Obviously, this is just a test, so this could go terrible, it could go amazing, but regardless, this is getting pumped out. Episode 0, working title. Um, but yeah, I want to talk about a couple of things. One, how you want to kind of do this whole thing, and two, I want to
Mhm.
talk about Obsession. That's all I want to talk about. I don't care about anything else. I just want to talk about Obsession because
Bang.
it might be the film of the year, and we're halfway through the year.
I mean, it's arguably the best film that's released this year. Mm, But I'm still going to give it to Project Hail Mary, if I'm honest.
Oh shit, man! I forgot that came out this year.
I mean,
You're
technically
right.
for the
You're
award
right.
ceremony this year, you've got Hamlet in there as well, and
Oh,
Hamlet is arguably better than Obsession. But I could
Hamnet
also
with
Hamnet, yeah, with Pedro,
Paul
Paul
Mescal.
Mescal.
The
That's it.
guy, the guy, by the way, who's famous, who's less famous for his acting, and oh shit, I just pulled out my headset. Who's less famous for his acting and more famous for sleeping with women and then running home after the day after, like
Is that what
running,
he's famous for?
literally running away. Like that's what he does. I don't know if you know this, but he's been in the news multiple times about going on a date with somebody, and then the following day he's been caught like on a run, quotation marks, kind of like the walk of shame, but he's just jogging
Yeah.
home.
I've only known him for the what was it? The picture of the girl and him. They did that Love TV show, and he stands in the back of all of her pictures at the ceremonies, and everyone's like, "Why are they not dating in real life?" And
Oh
he's
yeah,
obsessed with it.
what was that? What was the show? It's a book, isn't it? What is it? Normal People?
Normal people. Oh mate, you're bang on it.
Is that the one?
That's it.
I think
Yeah,
so.
I've started watching it. It's good, but
Normal
then I've come
People.
in.
I just think it's so slow. To be honest, I'm a A1 Paul Mescal hater, and that might be derived from jealousy because he's just such a handsome man.
He
To
is.
be honest, but he's also like weird. He's okay. I didn't want the first topic on this like whole project to be about how handsome men are. He's kind of like Barry Keoghan. No, how Barry
No,
Keoghan is like. Okay, hear me out. Did you say no?
the baby blue eyes. No way.
He's no,
No
but
way.
Barry Keoghan is like not attractive, but he's like weirdly really attractive.
No. I would argue that the kid from the new Mummy, Lee Cronin's The Mummy, is the equivalent of Barry Keoghan if you gave her blue eyes.
I need to look at Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Like he's not a bad looking chap. He managed to date Sabrina Carpenter. Clearly, he's got something going for
This is what
him.
I'm saying. Maybe that. What you talking about? The little girl? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, he looks like the little girl. But like, if you gave her
Oh
the
god.
like, I don't know. He just reminds. I can't even think of the character with the haircut. It'll come to me. It'll come
But
to me.
do you know what it is? Maybe it is because he like got with Sabrina Carpenter that he's like
Edna. He reminds me
increased
of Edna.
Ed the
He's got
Mode
Edna's trim. Yeah,
from
Mr.
Incredibles.
Incredible. Yeah,
Oh my god. Yeah, but
he
maybe,
has.
but then
Has that.
Edna's like, well, that's the thing though. Edna's not conventionally attractive, Ed the Mode. But like the fact she's so smart, I think she is like kind of a bit attractive.
Um.
No,
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that one. I prefer the receptionist in Monsters Inc. personally.
you know. Oh,
Wait, actually,
oh, yeah. I thought he was gonna say, the Incredibles, the girl with the blonde hair, the white hair, that Mr. Incredible is like following down the hallway, and then he gets shot with all those balls.
you know,
Do you know what
that's
I'm
some
talking
people.
about?
I know. Sticky balls, stick to him.
Yeah, you know that scene. I used to have like genuinely, I used to dream about that scene when I was younger. Like when I was like, this is like deep take. When I was proper young, and that film came out, and I watched it over and over and over. Honey, where's my super suit? I used to run around saying it. When I watched that film, I used to legit have dreams, bordering nightmares, on that scene where he's walking down that pathway, that bridge, and he's getting shot and he's getting slowly suffocated, and like, yeah, man.
I think if I run around the house, especially dads, saying, "Honey, where's my super suit?" staring up at the ceiling, he might have locked me in a room and called pest control. There is no way he would not have had that. He doesn't mind dressing up in a super suit, but if I started running around, a bit of dribble coming down the chin or something, he
What?
would
Oh,
he
bro,
wouldn't
I
have had
wasn't
that.
that young. Jesus, what are you talking about? Why are you
Well, then
dribbling?
how young are you? What? Are you 16 running around?
When did no? When? When did I'm gonna look it up? When did Incredibles come out? 2004.
2000. Yeah, I think
So,
so. Same year as Nemo.
uh,
No.
I guess.
What a good year for Disney. Pixar.
I don't know. Um, we'll get. Well, I think we'll get onto animated shows. Our first conversation here has been how attractive Paul Mescal is,
Mm.
and me getting nightmares about one scene in Thingy. Isn't there meant to be like an Edna
Uh,
mode film coming out, by the way?
I would watch that in a heartbeat.
Maybe there was already a film come out. I don't know. Though I know there's that. Do you remember there's that? Was it called Auntie Edna? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Was it like
Yeah.
it was like a TV? It was like a short film or like a short series that was
It was a
her
short
looking
film that
after Jack
they
Jack.
implemented into Incredibles 2.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, they put it in Incredibles 2 because he ends up baby.
She
Is it a man or a
babysits him.
female? It's an auntie. Yeah.
You
She ends up
didn't know
looking
Edna
after him
Mode
in
was a
Incredibles 2.
woman.
No. I only found out whilst watching Incredibles 2 recently.
That's so okay. Yeah, I don't know. She's
Oh,
mate. There's so many good lines in that show. I can quote like no capes, no capes. Anyway, uh, absolutely no capes. And then them scenes where that guy's he gets sucked into the airplane turbine by his cape. Do you remember that scene?
it's true. I mean, Homelander is the reason why capes don't go near planes. Surely, you know. If what would you have done if you're a passenger? Imagine like your plane's going down,
Mate,
Homelander flies up to you. You're like, yeah, Homelander, and then he's like, sit your ass down. I don't know what I would have
mate.
done.
There's nothing you can do. Like you're fucked. There's literally nothing you can do. You crash and you die a horrible death, or you stand up to him and you die with shit in your pants and no head. Do you know what I
It's
mean?
true, but then if Maeve was the one to crush my head, it might have been a different day.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
I might
true.
have lived
That's
in
true.
paradise in the
That is
afterlife.
true. Maeve, don't crush my head with your fires. Sorry, I mean, I would. No, but like either way in that thing, say you're on a plane, right? This is a
Yeah,
tangent now. Say you're on that plane. You either crash and you drown, or you die on impact, or you starve to death with shit in your pants, or you stand up to Homelander and get zapped and instantly die with shit in your pants. Either way, you're dying with shit in your pants.
do you know what I thought though? Why would the plane not have crashed? And on the off chance anyone survived, would the deep not been able to save them?
Do you know what? That is so true. But I feel like the Deep would have, Homelander would have just gone, no, don't do it, and he would have gone,
True.
okay, sorry, sir, and then like suck him off. Because I don't know if you know about the comic. So the Deep for me. Okay, let's go on to the boys, right? The Deep. So spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen the final of the boys. I actually didn't think it was that bad. However, my two favorite characters died in the final or in the final two episodes. My favorite
Agreed.
two characters were Frenchie, well, slash
Ah,
Kimiko, but I loved Frenchie. I think he's such a cool guy. Oh, ex-hitman, turn into like kind of he's willing to sacrifice traveling and being like to be a family man with Kimiko. Gets fucked, and in the worst way possible as well. Like he sacrificed himself, granted, but in an unnecessary death, in a very unnecessary death. Anyway, in my opinion. And the Deep, I fucking love the Deep. He's like such a dick, but he's so cool. He's got arguably the best power in the whole, in my opinion, in the whole show, because he can just avoid everything that he's done and just go into the sea and live his life where no one can get him. But instead,
yeah. See, mine differed. It was sort of like Ashley and either the Deep or Ryan. It was a close two.
oh, you liked Ryan.
I like Ryan. I do like
Broski,
Ryan.
the whole time, me and Dad were watching that last episode together. The whole time, from episode one of the newest season, I said, I swear to Christ, if Ryan comes in and kills Homelander, I will kill myself. He is he's such a pussy. I hate him. I absolutely hate him. I'm so glad he's lost his powers. Anyway, I'm too invested. I need to relax. I need to call off. I need to call off. There's so much anger because. Do you know what there's so much about it that Ryan was wrong. I don't read the comics or anything like that, so I can't compare it to the comics. The only thing I do know about the comics is that The Deep. This is what I originally started with. The Deep. In the comics, he would like actively give head to Homelander to stay in the Seven. I don't know if you know this. So it just like shows his character is like so little. Like he just shows that he would literally do anything to stay in the Seven or anything to stay relevant. And it's like such a powerful thing in my head, going in a bit deeper, where there's this person who literally has more than half of the world's water, and he can literally go into the water and like live his life, be a superhero for fish and be an activist and all this. But he craves the attention so much from someone who will never like him on land that he literally he basically kills himself by like getting obviously thrown into the water. He literally kills himself for attention, or like from just Homelander, not just general population, just Homelander. And it's so sad, but I love him. I don't know. I would have loved to see a spin-off show with the Deep.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind like I don't know why, but like a short episode, half an hour long, and it's the Supernatural cast.
Oh,
Them all
mate.
leading, and it ends them coming into the house. It'd be so pointless.
Yeah.
But you got like just having Seth Rogen in any show is a guaranteed watch.
Mate, you know what? You know what's crazy? You know what's even cooler, by the way? Like, I 100% agree with you. The president being Bobby Singer at the end. Mate, what the fuck? They literally had them all. I had goosebumps. I was like, he's literally called Bobby Singer, and he's like, that is him. Like being the president, very last scene. So, mate, I think you're right. Having all four of them in the same, mate, is good, man. Seth Rogen playing himself, mate. How did you?
Seth Rogen playing himself is easy.
Playing with himself.
Seth Rogen just being there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so good, and he's Alan.
By the way, we can go on to Invincible, but I haven't seen basically the whole new season. I can't lie to you, but I know what happens. But Alan is Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen is Alan. Like, there is no, what's it called? Like, difference.
I think that's a fair assumption. He just plays himself in whatever he's in. Even Pineapple Express.
Like, everything.
End of the world. This is the end.
This is the end. He literally played himself. Yeah.
I think This Is the End is so underrated. So
I think
good.
I think it's less. Okay, this is my take on it. I don't think it's underrated. I think it's overhated.
Ooh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I could conclude on like underappreciated. It's so good, and Channing Tatum turning up with
Gimp
a dog
suit.
chain around his neck. Yeah, full gimp suit.
Just because he could. And they said, did you hear the interview? He said something along the lines of like, he was like, I'll do anything that you want me to do. And he was like, well, in a gimp suit. And he went, yeah, I'll get on my knees if you want. And he was like, yeah, sure. He just did it. It's like, mate, this guy almost married Zoe Kravitz, and I understand why. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoe Kravitz. Wow.
She's in a new film coming out soon called little preview. I don't know if you've seen it. Called How to Rob a Bank.
Yes, I have seen that.
Looks really interesting. Good. Yeah, looks really interesting.
She helps the police try and track him down.
Yeah, it's like an ethical hacker.
Yeah.
Who's
the lead actor in that?
Raymond Holt, I believe, or something Holt. What's his name? Not Raymond Holt. That's Brooklyn Nine-Nine. What's his name? Nicholas Holt.
Nicholas Holt. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Speaking of, have you seen the suit for Man of Tomorrow?
No.
You haven't seen Lex Luthor's new Iron suit for Man of Tomorrow? It's phenomenal, and apparently it's mobile, so it's not one of those ones that they're gonna have to CGI in too much. He's able to move around.
Like classic green suit. Oh fuck! Remember his classic green suit? Mate, that's so sick.
And then you got Brainiac as the villain.
Is this confirmed? The Brainiac?
Yeah, apparently it's confirmed. But I want to. I'm quite excited for Lanterns. People hated on the suit,
man.
But it's grounded. I quite like it.
I do as well. I like everything that James Gunn's doing with this whole thing, where it's like he's making it grounded, but then he's also. My biggest problem with Marvel is they got stuck into a formula, regardless of whatever show they made or film they made. In my opinion, I really don't like they that every single film or show you watched was just the same thing with different characters. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense.
That's fair. Oh,
Whereas
actually,
Clayface, mate,
You finish the point.
Clayface is
Oh,
it's a fucking horror film.
ah,
Like
yes,
it's a practical effect horror film. Lanterns is a gritty detective film. Can you imagine like a Batman Brave and the Bold? That is going to be fucking unbelievable. Obviously not as good as the
yeah.
Batman, not Robert Pattinson.
Haven't they said? I think is it for Teen Titans or is it for Batman? They've said that the director of Euphoria is going to be on it.
Okay. Now
Yeah.
how do you
So
feel
again,
about
unless Sydney Sweeney's got her legs behind her head as Starfire, I don't really know if I'm going to watch it. But
that?
no, that's poor from me. That's poor.
No,
Um,
that's not poor. That's not poor. That's a great take. That's a great take. But
do
I
you
will
know
be
what I
watching it.
was going to ask on the topic of MCU?
Yeah.
Best MCU film.
Best MCU film. To be honest, I can't
Yeah.
get a list of MCU. Yeah, let me look up an MCU films. What about you? You while I'm looking this up. Or
I
do you
mean,
want to
I
hear
know
mine
mine.
first?
I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you.
Okay. So before I go on to best MCU film, can I just say how is it Spider-Man No Way Home
No,
was
no, mate.
unbelievably good. What'd you say?
No, no,
No, no.
No Way Home is overrated.
Is it the one with the three Spider-Man?
Yeah.
It was unbelievably good at the time, and then when you step back, you're like, this was only unbelievably good because of Andrew Garfield and what's his name?
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire. Am I right, or is that a bad take?
I remember waking up at 7:30 in the morning before going to shift at Smith's, and I sat next to a random man in a Spider-Man suit and shared a bucket of popcorn to watch that.
Yeah,
And that was one of the greatest experiences I've ever had in the
and you
cinema.
loved it at
Take
the
away,
time, right?
unbelievable. Yeah, literally the greatest thing I'd watched at that point in time. However, even when I watched it then, I thought that the whole build up with them coming over and then putting into Doctor Strange's time capsules and all this was just bad. I don't like Doctor Strange and
You
I
don't like
don't
Doctor
like any
Strange?
of his films. I don't like his
Oh.
films. I don't like any of it. He has the power of time and magic, and I just think he's pointless. I think he's rubbish in comparison to what he can actually do. They've
Yeah.
lower tiered the strongest characters, and then they've given the people with like the most heart the highest tier. So like Captain America, he's class. However, he is mainly heart and history. Iron Man, he's iconic and well, he's cool, isn't he? So they've put them two in the spotlight. Spider Man will make any film by himself or in or just joining a team. So he's always at the top. But then you've got people like Hulk that have been lower tiered. You got
Hmm.
Thor, who he's big in the big moments, and then he's rubbish in a general fight. It just doesn't make sense. Like
Uh, uh,
he,
yeah.
ugh, it's don't know.
I think the biggest problem is I think that's a top 10 take, by the way. Don't that is an unbelievable take. I will say though, I believe that I've got my answer, by the way. I believe that it's because these people that are so powerful are too powerful. They're too OP. Because in reality, right, if Doctor Strange really wanted to, he could fuck every single person up in the Avengers, right?
Exactly.
If Thor
Look at what
wanted
he did
to,
in his own film. He just goes
mate,
back in time until he wins.
mate, exactly. And you're not even talking about like the what if Doctor Strange, where he literally summons the fucking Eye of Cthulhu and stuff like that, right? That's an exaggeration, but do you know what I mean? Like the undead Doctor Strange who literally cannot die. He is literally like built on. He can go back at Four is another one, right? I think he's a bit boring, and you're right about like heart and stuff like that, because Four is just OP. He's a literal god. Like he's a literal
Yeah,
god. If he wanted to, he would fuck the whole of the Avengers up in one go. Do you know
it's
what I mean?
true. Look at Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel wasn't utilized as a character because her film was so bad.
Yeah,
However,
you're right.
they they still know she's powerful, but then I don't know. Do you know that's the only thing that really bugs me about Endgame? It's that it feels like they've got the whole fight scene, and then they go, "We've got to give the girls their screen time," when it would have actually just been better. putting it all in one motion. I don't
Yeah,
think you
I think
needed to highlight anything. It's
I
literally
think you're
the
right.
end of a film. Yeah, and just on multiple rewatches, it's just not as good because it gets to that, and it's not like it's bad. It's just like, oh, why?
Yeah,
It's not needed.
yeah, I think you're right. I think there's, but then when it did come out, like obviously I'm not the biggest MCU fan, so I am massively biased because I am like DC born and bred, right? Literally.
Yeah,
But I would say I do think that was at a time where it was kind of like we need to get women and we need to get people of color and we need to get like all this stuff ahead. We need to get them in front because there's too many like straight white men in front in the main screen of TV. So it was kind of like forced. Whereas like looking back at it, you're like, why are we forcing it? There's so much stuff out that you can make like a really powerful character if it's written well, be a woman or fucking Black Panther. Do you know what I mean? Like you can make so much good shit,
yeah,
but for some
and I
reason
think that's
it
fair.
did look really forced. You are 100% right.
But do you know where I think they did really well?
Was
So
badass though.
like on one of the topics you just said. So if you look at have they done a single MCU film that's done justice for just a woman or women directly? The films they've got out from the top of my head is Black Widow, Captain Marvel, both bad. Multiverse of Madness is primarily Wanda. However, I'm not a fan of that film as a whole, but I guess that she was quite cool in it. The
Yeah.
Marvels was arguably very bad, but there are some enjoyable moments, but they sing, and that's just a straight no-no. Um, and I just don't think they've got a film. They haven't established a character good enough. So like She-Hulk,
Mate,
She-Hulk could have been way better than it was, and they made it comedy. So then that's why they have to do these moments in the film
yeah.
that tries to reestablish them as like an actual character. Whereas something like Black Panther is definitely top 10 MCU films of all time. There's no debate.
Yeah.
Black Panther is unbelievable. Killmonger is arguably one of the greatest villains that we've seen in the MCU.
Yeah.
He's just so cool.
Do you know what as well? I want to say, this might be a bad take, but mate, I love Shuri. Is it Shuri, the girl in that, the woman in that, the one who makes the suit? Is it Shuri?
Yes, yeah, and
Mate,
then
she's
yeah.
sick. She's so cool.
Oh, you know what? I take back what I said. Wakanda Forever is based around Shuri, and that's
Yeah, that's
the
true.
only character I could turn around and go, "That's quite
But
decent."
the
And then they
only
bring Ironheart into it, and that's a
But the
that was
only
bad.
reason I think that works is because they've taken a pre-established IP like Black Panther, and they've taken a pre-established idea. If they made Black Panther, right, 2, Wakanda Forever, and they made it
Yeah,
a comedy, or they made it a different, or they took away the grittiness or like the darkness of like Wakanda or like whatever, yeah, then it's completely
Mhm.
different. So like, if you look at all of the other kind of like main women characters, like Marvel, Captain Marvel is rubbish because they've tried to make something that people like. It for me, it's I'm trying to like tiptoe, but it's kind of like brain fodder. Do you know what I mean? This type of thing. She-Hulk is just like it's just something to watch. It's not because they want to put it out. It's because we have a criteria to meet. Do you know what I mean? And it sounds like a bit. It sounds really bad when I say it, but that's kind of how I feel about it. Like She-Hulk is terrible, and I think the only reason that being that I mean personally, I absolutely hate that Hulk isn't Bruce Banner and Hulk. Like he isn't Bruce Banner and then Hulk. He's Bruce Banner and Hulk. I hate it. I think it's the worst thing ever. Why is he half and half? It makes no sense to me. It makes absolutely no sense to me. And they've obviously done that with She-Hulk, and it's like, it frustrates the hell out of me, man. It absolutely frustrates the hell out of me.
Do you
But
know what I didn't like though? Is that she became She-Hulk, which is one thing, but then she managed to control her both souls of herself. So, female and monster.
yeah,
Whereas Bruce Banner, they've continued his Hulk from the Incredible Hulk. So the time frame of him having that
yeah,
disease to fight, he's managed to control it. So although it's bad, it's almost a little bit more justifiable. Whereas they've rushed it for characters they're trying to just get in, and
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
like it.
I get you. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
But back onto the main question. What was your favorite MCU film of all time,
I
and the best? Like, if it's the same thing, fair enough.
Okay, so I'm looking. I think I think my favorite and the best is the same, right? I'm looking across every single
Mhm.
MCU film right now, and I can honestly say, obviously, like I said, I've pre-stated that I am biased with DC. I can honestly say that every single one of these films is just meh. Apart from, in my opinion, apart from
Mhm.
when there's the only reason, sorry, not apart from, the only reason that some of these films are really good or you look back really fondly is because they were made for like events, like, oh shit, there's a Fortnite event, you know what I mean, that type of thing. It's like, oh, it's an
Yeah.
event, we need to all go see Endgame. Oh shit, it's an event, we all need to all go see Infinity War, where they all team up together. But like, they're all pretty mid, like, in my opinion. I don't know, do you know what I mean? However, there is one big standout for me, and
Yeah.
that's Guardians 1. I think Guardians
Okay.
1. I
Okay.
think, and there's also a little bit more bias comes into that because that is just James Gunn. It's just James Gunn. But like, I think that is the best MCU movie. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's, yeah.
That's fair.
What about you?
I'll allow that. Do you know? Just on the topic of Guardians of the Galaxy, when people argue that Volume 3, like Guardians of the Galaxy 3, is better, I think you don't get that joy from the film without the first two. So although Guardians of the Galaxy 2 isn't as good, I would still put it above quite a lot of
Mate, I'd
the
really like.
recent
I wanna, I
like
wanna,
Marvel films.
I wanna break your brain a little bit. Maybe I still haven't seen 3.
You haven't seen the third.
Nope.
Okay, then basically once this call's over, you need to go and watch number 3.
It's one of
If
those where it's
anything, go
like,
and watch the first two. Go
I
and watch the
just,
first two, then watch number 3.
mate, it kind of has, for me, 3 kind of has everything that I want to watch in a film like that, and I just haven't even attempted it. Not because I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch this. I do really want to watch it. Like, it has so much that I want to see in there. But yeah, I haven't. Yeah, yeah.
No, I would argue the High Evolutionary is fantastic villain, and Adam Warlock by Will Poulter. He did a
Will,
great job.
Will Poulter's like one of my favorite actors of all time. Like, he is just unbelievable. He's in, no matter what role he gets put into, wherever he gets put. Like, okay, Will Poulter. Let me just jizz over Will Poulter for a second. Let pause. Let me not do that. Let me just glaze in for a second, right? Will Poulter, whatever you put him in, he's unbelievable. Okay, he can play just a normal pastry chef who's just passionate about his job in The Bear, and he's unbelievable at it. He's just a pastry chef. He's just a pastry chef in Amsterdam, right? I think it's Amsterdam. He's just a pastry. I don't know if you've seen it, but he's not in it for very long, but he has a great role. He's amazing at it. Like, and then go complete opposite spectrum. In I might even
We're
get
the
this wrong.
Millers.
Mate, oh my god, we're the Millers, mate. He's so good. I'm just looking up in case I get this wrong, but
That
wait,
to me is his greatest film, and that's not just his role. I mean, like that is just such a good
uh,
film.
but it got so much
So
hate when it
good.
came out, though, right? Oh, I've cut you off again. Oh, there you go. You're back,
I
mate. Just
mean,
yeah,
it has its downsides, but you've got Jennifer Aniston, which is just no. There's no question. You've got who's the main guy that plays Ted Lasso? I always forget his name.
Jason Sudeikis. Weird name, but yeah,
That's
Jason
it.
Sudeikis. Yeah,
That's it. And he is anything he's in, I will watch. There was something
Jason
that I
Sudeikis is
watched the other
class.
day, and he was the best part of it, and he was just a side character.
Yeah,
Like, what a good little cast for such a simple.
such a simple film. I keep disconnecting you because my headset. It's a simple task. Sorry, a simple task. A simple cast that is like, but it's such a good. It's such a good cast. Do you know what I mean? It shouldn't work. It shouldn't work, but it does. It's
Yeah,
really good. It's really really good, and it's a great comedy. I think it's his highest. Well, it's not, but it's a great film. But Will Poulter is good in everything he's in. Like, just look through his stuff. Obviously, we've talked about the Bear. Warfare, man. Have you seen Warfare?
I have seen Warfare. I have
I've.
seen.
You don't like it. I can tell by your tone of
No,
voice.
I do like it.
I
I
love that
just
film
think
so much.
it is a lot of nothing, and it's not that it's a bad film. I would say it's a good film, but if you would suggest it to someone, it's got to be a film geek, not someone that would
Yeah,
sit
one
down
hundred
and just
percent.
watch a film to enjoy it because you there's not a lot to enjoy. It's just a
A
good
film
film.
geek or somebody who loves war films like that. I mean,
Yeah,
that's it. That is it.
yeah,
No,
and that's fair.
three people: a film geek, someone likes military films / war films, and somebody who just likes A24 and just watches everything A24 puts out, like me. Just anything that
Yeah.
A24 puts out, I will watch.
What did you think of Backrooms?
Mate, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
I'm gonna go.
oh
I
my
want
God.
to go see it this weekend. It's my birthday Sunday, isn't it? So I want to kind of get it out and watch it before
Getting
my
old.
birthday.
You're getting old.
Yeah, 25 unk status. I was uncle by the age of 2 though, so.
That's true. I'll be 22 in November. Oh,
Oh
can't wait.
goodness. God. All
Um.
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. So, Marvel, you said Guardians of the Galaxy. I've had this standpoint for forever. Avengers 1 is the greatest Marvel film ever.
I honestly not a bad take. I'm not even joking. I think yes and no, because yes, it might. Tell me why first.
I would argue that if you said to a random person about the MCU and they said that they've never seen anything, if you said go watch Guardians of the Galaxy, they would go and watch it and they'd enjoy it, right? They'd watch the second one, then they would watch the third one. And then by that point, they've got the rest of the MCU that they don't know anything about, and it arguably is not going to live up to that expectation. However, Avengers 1 is the best introduction to the Hulk, the better introduction to Thor, because his film isn't as good as him in Avengers 1. I would argue that Captain America: First Avenger is a good film. And I like it. Not a lot of people do, but he's great in that. Iron Man's in it. Black Widow is an introduction. You've got Bruce Banner, not just the Hulk. Nick Fury. You've got oh my god, I forgot his name, and I love him. Oh no, it's gone from my brain. Give me 2 seconds. Phil Coulson, Agent Phil Coulson, Clark Gregg. That's his name. I was thinking of the actor by accident. He in Agents of Shield is it. The show is so but it has such peak moments in it. But anyway,
This is ball
it
knowledge, by the way.
gives you
This
the
is ball
best.
knowledge.
It gives you the best introduction to all of the characters. It's got Loki, so Tom Hiddleston, who is arguably one of the best actors of this generation, and
You think Life of Chuck?
it's just oh what a film.
Banger,
But
absolute
I would
banger.
say that is the best film. I mean, I've got on in front of me now, like my MCU list, and I could sit there and list all of them, but there would be no point.
I,
So I've said Avengers 1 is the best, then Guardians 1. I've put Infinity War there, and I'll leave it as that because you've
are
got
you
the
saying?
greatest team up film, which is Infinity War. So good.
Are you saying
So
Are you saying the best film? Are you saying your favorite film, or are you saying like because a lot of your reasoning is like not because it's the best film, because you said that if you watch Guardians of the Galaxy 1, 2, and 3, the rest of the MCU won't live up to your expectations because they're so good. Or are
I
you
would still say Avengers 1 is better than Guardians 1.
Avengers 1
I
is
would,
better? So it's like it's the
yeah.
best film. So it's like the best written. It's got the best casting. It's your favorite. It's like the best
Casting
experience.
100%. Best experience. If I could go back and be old enough to watch that in the cinema when it come out, I think that would be one of the greatest experiences in cinema I would have ever had.
Yeah,
100%, without a foul. Avengers
but
1 just holds its own league.
we need to hold off for like a couple of months before like Odyssey's coming out soon. So you need to relax a little bit.
I think the Odyssey is going to be mildly disappointing.
I think it will be as well. I really think it will be, man.
I just think that it's going to be another Christopher Nolan film. So Christopher Nolan either brings out one of the greatest films of all time, or a good film. I wouldn't ever say any of them are bad. Like
Yeah,
Tenet, I'm not a big fan of Tenet. I don't
yeah.
think it's a bad film, but I don't
No,
think it's a good, like an amazing film.
I love Tenant, so you can fuck off
I
that one.
think
But
Oppenheimer is an amazing film, but did I enjoy it? Not really. So I can appreciate that it's a great film. Would I rewatch it? Yes, but I think Christopher Nolan's name gives it the leeway,
one hundred
not the
percent.
film itself.
I mean, the casting's insane as well. Like when you have Travis Scott as somebody as an actor, like
It's a
you're
terrible cast. It's a terrible cast.
no, the casting, like the names, like the fame, how the fame of all of the people, but like the actual having. I'm a personal hater of if you have Matt Damon as your number one on your call sheet, it's not going to be a good film. But you are right with
Disagree.
the name.
Disagree.
Disagree.
Matt Damon, you're forgetting that this man is. I'll name two films right now where he's the main cool person, and you'll go, maybe.
Don't even
You've
mention
got
Jason Bourne.
The Martian, right? And
Okay,
Good Will
Addy
Hunting.
Weir. Okay, fair enough.
2 films, yeah. And I mean, my third one was going to be Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
That's why I thought if I
Oh
stick
my
with
god,
two,
it's
the
Jason
likelihood
Bourne.
is, yeah. Jason Bourne's great. John Wick.
It's
John
just
Wick
a
was
fun film,
paved
innit?
by Jason Bourne. 007 paved the way for Jason Bourne, and Jason Bourne paved the way for John Wick.
I think you're 100. I think you're 100% correct there. I don't. Okay, so this is why I say if Matt Damon's number one on a call sheet, it's not going to be a great film. The reason I say that is because if you look at Nolan's. By the way, we'll get on to Nolan's best film because I am like standing firm on his best. I can tell you his best film, in my opinion, and I can stand firm and give you evidence of why it's the best film. I can give you
Okay.
his most overrated film by a fucking mile, and I can tell you the reason for it. And I can give you, well, I can give you loads. Although, bear in mind, I haven't seen Interstellar because I'm waiting for the re-release in August, and I'm gonna go watch it in cinema because I don't want to watch it at home.
That's poor. That is
I
poor.
know, I know. I'm sorry. But I can
But I
tell
said the
you.
same thing to Ella.
What's that?
Brackets the female. I've said to her that, but I won't let her watch it at home purely because she's going to make me pause it, and it's not a film you can pause.
Mate,
And
exactly.
I don't say that lightly. You just got to
This
experience
is what I'm
it. It's
saying.
just so good.
I missed. They did a re-release last year, end of last year, like December or
They did it
November.
last week at Basildon.
No, I want to
Uh-huh.
go and like actually watch it again. Although I've seen every other one of his films, I've seen even Transcendence. If you know Transcendence with Johnny Depp.
Transcendence. I don't think I've seen.
Johnny Depp. Anyway, I can tell you what those. The reason I say Matt Damon a call sheet, that's where it came from, is not. It's going to be a little bit more disappointing. Is because his other films are unbelievable with unbelievable actors with the casting. Look at the Prestige, man. The Prestige and the casting of Prestige is probably one of the best casting I think ever. To be honest, like I'm a huge Hugh Jackman fan because of Prisoners.
Yeah.
And then it's got Christian Bale in it. It's just like, I mean, you can tell. I can tell you the full cast of that film. Like the whole cast is unbelievable for Prestige. And then you look at the rest of these films. You see this mad casting, Cillian Murphy all the time. You've got Robert Pattinson, stuff like that in like Tenet and stuff like this, right? Huge castings for loads of amazing films. And then his newest film is a guy who did a cryptocurrency Bitcoin ad, and that was his only piece of media for a whole year. Matt Damon.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's slightly disappointing.
But go watch Air. Go and watch Air.
That's the Nike
and
one, isn't it?
realize, yeah, go and watch that. That is unbelievable. It's so good, and it's not one of those ones where you'll give it a 5-star. It's not a 5-star
No,
film, but it's very inspiring. And
but
if it is true to what it says it is, then you tilt your head a bit more.
it's one of those though. I think like Matt Damon, he's not bad. He's a good actor, but he's like to be number one on a call sheet. Does he in front of like a lot of people that he's already worked with, like that Nolan's already worked with? I know you maybe you can argue the fact that this might be a bad take. But you can argue the fact that he's already got Cillian Murphy. Sorry, is it Cillian Murphy? Yeah, as a a main runner. He's already got Christian Bale as a main runner. Like you can argue that he's already had these like unbelievable castings. I would even say that Robert Pattinson was a main character in Tenet, even though he's not the main character. Do you know what I mean? Like Inception and stuff like that. Having I don't know. I'm not a hater, but also I just feel like number one is kind of, I don't know. I hope it's not disappointing, man. I really hope it's not. But I have a feeling. I think you're right. I think it will be. I think there's going to be a lot of hope, a lot of hype.
Yeah,
because
I think if you don't watch it in IMAX, you miss the opportunity to get it in full affliction.
Yeah, we should go watch it. But I'll tell you what, Christian. What's your favorite Nolan film? And I'll tell you the correct answer.
My
I'm standing
Nolan
firm
film,
on it. I will get a tattoo of this because I fucking love this film so much.
I mean, personally, I'm going Memento.
Oh, yes, correct answer. Ding, ding, ding. It's the correct answer,
Is that the
bro.
right answer?
It's the correct answer, mate. It's so good. What's that film? And then rewatch it straight after. I've only done that with like a couple of films. And Memento, I watched the whole thing. I stopped it. I relaxed for 5 minutes and then I put it straight back on again. It is fucking unbelievable. That is his best film by a mile. It's so good.
Memento is it's just so good. But I don't know why it popped into my head, but Memento running backwards made me think of Spy Kids. You know, please help us.
I
When
get you. I
they go
get
back up the slide.
you. I get you. I get you. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, the idea. I don't know. When I recommend it to somebody, it's kind of like I recommend to a lot of people. But one, I think you're right. I think it's just kind of the same with. I think Memento. It's not a film bro film yet. Yet,
Mhm.
like American Psycho is a film bro film. Fight Club is a film bro film. Memento,
Fight Club's so good.
mate, they're unbelievable. They're incredible films. Like both of them and Memento, all three. But Memento, I feel like will be a film bro film when people discover that it's actually unbelievable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, and I think that you may disagree with me here.
Okay.
The Dark Knight shouldn't be as high up on his list as it is. I mean, it
I
is number one. I
100% agree.
I
I
don't
think it is
I
his
don't think
biggest
it is.
overrated, shittest. Like out of the three films, it's the third worst. It's the worst. It's the worst film out of the three. I
You
am.
think?
I can be the most. I am so passionate about this. I'm so fucking passionate about this. Right? I say this all the time, and every time I tell somebody, I get called a hipster because I'm sorry. I think everyone's performance is great. I think Joker's great. I think everyone's performance is so good. However, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, right? If there wasn't so much like discourse around Heath Ledger's passing, it wouldn't be as hyped. Because
Ooh.
okay, it's harsh, right? It's really harsh. It's really harsh, and obviously it's a terrible because his performance is amazing. His performance is unbelievable. Christian Bale's performance is unbelievable. The film is really good. Is it? Is it the best? No, it's the third of an amazing trilogy.
See, I genuinely believe that it goes in terms of films. If I was to rewatch any of them, it's probably going to be one and three. But that's because Tom Hardy's Bane is great.
Mate, I
And
love
Batman
him so
Begins,
much.
the start of Batman Begins, and the
Yeah,
fact that they
yeah.
in the Lego Batman game that's come out, that's the intro to the game, and you train up with Ra's al Ghul on the Ice Mountains,
Oh, do you?
and yeah, it's great. You play it for an
Uh,
hour straight just on that. But I would argue Batman Begins has. I think Batman Begins is the best one, personally. Personally, worst
me,
suit,
me too.
best,
Me
best
too.
film.
But I 100% agree. Worst suit, best film. And then it goes Night Rises, Dark Knight Rises, because you're 100% right. I mean, although I think they did Cillian Murphy's Scarecrow a bit dirty, I think he could have had, like, in all three films, I think he could have had, like, such a big role. I mean, Scarecrow is, obviously, like I said, I'm a DC nerd, born and
I
bred,
think it's
right?
one of his best villains.
Uh,
Oh,
it is
100%.
it's number one. He's the most powerful villain by a fucking mile. He uses toxic gas to like, he is
I
so
don't know if
good.
it's number one. I don't know if it's number
What,
one.
most powerful?
Most powerful,
Yeah.
arguably, depending on how
Nightmare
he's been
Scarecrow.
used.
Nightmare Scarecrow.
Yeah, fair
Mate,
enough, fair enough. But I
fucking
wouldn't
hell.
say it's Batman's best villain. I wouldn't say it's Batman's best villain.
What do you think is best villain is? It's my personal favourite. I don't know about best, but he's my personal favourite.
I
Scarecrow.
think that the hatred I have for the Riddler for the Arkham games, I would put Riddler up there.
I think, yeah. But then all you got to think is Jim Carrey's version of the Riddler, which, by the way, I think is a perfect rendition of
So
Riddler.
good.
I think
Yeah,
it's
but even
perfect.
even look at oh my god,
But it takes
Men
away
in
his
Black.
scariness, you know what I mean? It takes away his
What's his
scariness of
name?
Riddler.
Is it Tommy Lee Jones as Two Face?
Mm. I don't know if
Great.
it's Tommy Lee Jones. Is it Tommy Lee Jones?
Is it Tommy Lee Jones? I feel like I need to double check that.
I don't
Um,
know. Probably.
but we're going to call him Tommy Lee Jones. So Tommy Lee Jones, his
Tommy Lee
Two
Jones.
Face. I don't think that's the issue. And then you've got Kill Bill as Poison Ivy. If you take away the weird Batman and Robin in that film, it's
Oh, you
not
talk
that
about Batman
bad.
Forever.
Oh no, they're two separate films, aren't they?
Batman Forever with Jim
It was
Carrey.
Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze, and then you had Riddler and Two Face, right?
So you have in Batman Forever, you have Nicole Kidman,
That's it.
Chris O'Donnell, Tommy Lee Jones as Harvey Dent, which is Two Face, Jim Carrey
Oh
Riddler.
right.
Yes, you are right. Yeah, but no. To be honest, I'll be honest. I'm not very up to date with this iteration of Batman. to be honest.
Really? I would
No.
say that you're definitely more of a DC person than I am. That's fair.
Yeah.
However, I would argue that Batman, I will take the win on Batman. I think I've read most of his comics and
Yeah. No.
I've done everything.
I'm a notorious like not Batman hater, but like if you could if you could pluck anyone from DC, Batman is like 90% of people's first choice. And once again, I might be called a
I'm
hipster.
putting the I'm gonna put the Flash in there. I'm just saying.
You think? But especially
I
after Ezra Miller, like being like the whole.
I think because of Ezra Miller,
You think?
I think he was awful. I think that is one of the worst films I've
No,
ever
not the
watched.
Flash. Not the Flash. You can't say the Flash was one of the worst films you've ever watched. You can't say that.
The Flash was awful.
Massively overhated. It was a great film, but it wasn't the best.
Suicide Squad with Will Smith was better than The Flash.
That's not true at all. That's not
It is.
true.
It is. And I would even go far enough to argue that The Flash is on par with Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern.
Once again, I'm a fan of Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern. I don't think it's.
so, so
I don't.
so am I.
I don't think it's a
But
bad film. I don't think it's. It got so much
it's
hate.
no, it's bad. It's a bad film, but it's on par. Like I'm not saying I didn't enjoy The Flash in certain moments. However, I think going into The Flash and seeing Michael Keaton, like it was just so underwhelming. But then there's no Batman.
Nicolas Cage as well. Nicolas Cage is Superman. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but that had been because it almost happened, didn't it? And then they
Yeah,
pulled
that's
the
exactly.
pulled the
Yeah,
script.
it's like the Cavalry as well in Deadpool vs Wolverine. How
Yeah,
Henry Cavill was like one of the people in the one of the people who auditioned for Wolverine with Hugh Jackman, and that's
you
why they
know
got the
what?
Cavalry.
I'm gonna steer the conversation for 2 seconds, and then I'm gonna ask you one more thing about Nolan. Have
Yeah,
you
go on.
watched the trailer for the Wolverine game that came out today?
Uh, what the game came out of the trailer. Sorry.
The gameplay trailer, the
Oh, the
final
gameplay
gameplay
trailer.
trailer.
I
I've
have.
had it on pre-order now for months.
I have. Obviously, I don't play PlayStation, so I have to just wait for it to come out on PC.
Oh,
I think it looks amazing. I just want the Blade. I want Blade. I want the Blade game.
I think that I'd rather a dead. Sorry, not a Deadpool. We've already had many Deadpool games.
Yeah.
Daredevil. I will take a Daredevil game over Blade at this current moment. If you take away Wesley Snipes for it being nostalgic back in the
Mate.
day, Daredevil TV show now has such a fan base that if you didn't release a Daredevil game now, you would lose so many game players
Do you
later down the
think?
line.
Do you think it would cook though if you had? Like, hear me out. So, Daredevil game. It's probably definitely
Mhm.
been mentioned before. Daredevil game, but you literally
Made by the
see through
Arkham
his.
by Insomniac or Rock is it Rocksteady? Yeah, Rocksteady.
Yeah,
By either of those.
but the whole game is ran through his like echolocation vision, like his echo vision, where you see like outlines of things, or you reckon that will kill player base and people won't play it because you see like
I
everything, but you only see like close to you, and like you see the wall, like not close to you, but you can see like the corner of walls and stuff like that, and it's a lot more audio based, but visually audio based. You know what I mean? Like so,
I think that have you ever played the Arkham games?
yes, yeah,
So
amazing, amazing,
when you try to detect to see if, and then you get the
exactly
blue
that,
silhouette through the walls. If you
exactly that.
play it like that,
Yeah,
I think it's fine. But I do think that if you had that for 60 hours plus of gameplay, it could do your head in. So I
yeah.
think that as long as there's a backstory to him as a child with his dad as a boxer
Yeah.
for a little duration of it, and then you do him in law school, and it bounces between the the law firm building and him as Daredevil, and then you have
Ah.
like a little open. Then you have like Hell's Kitchen as open world, and then you do like a DLC with Fisk or something. I think that'd be great. But I also
Could be
think
quite
Wilson
cool.
Fisk shouldn't be a Daredevil villain. It should stick to being a Spider-Man. Um, I think you should have Punisher as his villain in the game. Have him as a crime stopper, not and then like look at what they did with Spider-Man. It was
Huh.
perfect. The first Spider-Man game story is so good, and the second game story is not as good, but the gameplay is phenomenal.
Once again, I'm not a PlayStation player, so I haven't. I think I own them both, to be honest, on PC.
I'll steer clear of any PlayStation talk then.
No, no,
No,
no, no, no. Keep because I no, it's great because I the thing is I've seen like gameplay of it and stuff like that, and I think it's. I own them on PC. I can go and play them right now. But
You should.
I just haven't
You
touched it.
should.
Same with God of War. I think God of War, Forza
God of War is
Horizon.
one of my favorite games I've ever played.
Have you seen the gameplay trailer? Sorry, I'm going off. We'll go back to Wolverine. Have you seen the gameplay trailer of the new God of War game?
Freya, yeah, you play as Freya as in the
Yeah,
afterlife.
and
That looks unbelievable.
what's his name? Huey plays a slime
Yeah,
cube.
he's the cube. Yeah,
Yeah, or a slimy. Yeah,
yeah. I
or a
mean,
cubey.
there's a clip in the gameplay trailer where Kratos picks her up and then disappears again, and people are saying that's when Thor in Ragnarok kills Kratos and then brings him back to life. It's that split second, and that's when the
Uh,
transition between the
so it's all
afterlife happens.
connected.
Yeah,
Right.
and if that's true, then that's pretty horny, mate. But back to Nolan. What is his
Wait,
top
we need
two
to
films?
before
Oh wait,
we
what? Go
need to
on.
go to Wolverine first because you said have I watched the
Okay,
gameplay, and yes, I
go on, go on, go
have,
on.
and I think it looks great. I think it looks really good. I think it's gonna be great.
It's not open world though.
That it's linear, right? So,
Yeah,
but then I don't think that really matters. I think people overhype the overworld. I like a game that's linear.
I agree.
I'm not the
God
biggest
of War
fan
is
of
linear.
like too much. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you go to me, all right, Case, you can have the best, like this is the best sandwich you're ever gonna eat, right? But it's 6 feet by 6 feet circle, like square sandwich,
Yeah,
and you four of your bites out of your 150 are going to be really good. You're going to have 50 that are meh, and then the rest is just going to be bread. Like, or you go, I'm going to give you a sandwich where half of it's going to be amazing, a quarter of it's going to be meh, and a quarter of it's going to be bread. I'll take the fucking sandwich where half of it's amazing linear. Do you know what I mean?
that's fair. I think that's a fair assumption. I think where you have Gotham for Batman, it's
Yeah,
open world.
yeah.
Makes sense. I think if you had a Superman game, it has to be open world. I think if you had a Flash game, it has to be open world because the man can't run in a straight line
No,
for the
you're
whole
true. You're
game. You've got to.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But I think you're right. With Wolverine, if you had the whole of New York City and Japan to go around,
You can't.
him only
Yeah.
being on a motorbike or climbing the walls, you can't really do too much anyway. You might
And
get
how
bored.
boring. So like the difference is obviously I haven't played it, but for you, right? If you was forced to drive around in Spider-Man, how boring would it get to get from point A to point B? Whereas instead
Yeah.
you're fucking spinning your webs every time you travel. It's gonna be
Well, they
different,
gave him
right?
web wings this time.
That's what I mean, man. It's all going to be changed, right? It's all going to be different. Every time you travel, every time you journey from point A to point B, it's all going to be different. Whereas if you're Wolverine in an open world game and you just have a motorbike and you can run and climb up walls, it's just going to be so slow and boring. So I think I think linear is perfect. You're right. Flash needs to be an open world game like Superman. People who are fast, people who can travel fast, people who like travel differently need to be open world. If
I
they made a Silver Surfer game again, you remember when you used to play as Silver Surfer? I think there was Silver Surfer game, or was it Fantastic Four game where you could play as Silver Surfer? Like,
I have never played that game.
oh, I think it's Fantastic Four. I think there's a game where you could play as. I'm fairly sure. I can't remember. You can play as Silver Surfer. That was like semi-open world. It was linear, but you could like go around like this little city area as Silver Surfer. If that is
That's cool.
true, it's a deep cut. I'm fairly sure that's
Is that
true.
not just Lego superheroes too?
Maybe, maybe. I don't know. But like that type of thing, where like if there was a Silver, because I think there's a lot of hype with Silver Surfer. Maybe not now, because it's kind of Fantastic Four wasn't the
I
best.
mean, I would argue the greatest, sorry, not the greatest. A good idea for a game, right, would be Ant-Man, because you could have a small section of New York City or all of it, right? I mean this could be a massive game, and then you shrink down and you have his daughter's like train set that you can ride around as a laugh. You shrink
Yeah.
down again, you're in the quantum world, right? And then you fight Kang
Yeah.
because after all, Kang could have been. I would argue I would have been more excited to watch Kang Dynasty right now than Doomsday.
Oh, a
Just saying.
million and 50%, man. There was fucking 4 series of shows aimed and a film aimed towards Kang's dynasty.
Loki, and Kang, I would argue, is one of the best build-ups to a villain
Yeah. A-
besides Thanos,
And
because
then
Thanos was in so many films and
yeah.
credit scenes before we got to see him.
And he was in Deadpool. Well, not Thanos, but the guy who played Thanos was Cable, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
So no, I think the problem is though is like I think Marvel MCU they
Josh
shit the
Brolin.
bed. Is it Jonathan Majors? Is that him?
Josh Brolin.
Yeah, he's
Oh, you mean
Thanos, right?
Kang? Yeah,
Yeah,
Jonathan
Kang.
Majors. Yeah,
Jonathan, he decided, what did he do? He like punched a woman or something, right? He decided to be
yeah.
a bit of a dick. When I say a bit of a dick, I mean a massive dick. And MCU have gone, fuck. Like, what do we do? And I think that whole reason for Doomsday, I don't think that was going to be I don't think they was planning on doing Doomsday anytime soon at all. I think Chris Evans and RDJ were out of the game completely, and they've gone, fuck, we need to bring people in after releasing fucking multiple seasons and a film like teasing this massive new Thanos level boss, and they've gone, oh shit, we can't
I'm
do it.
gonna disagree with them sacking Jonathan Majors though. They could have penalised him. I think there's a way they could have done it that they can figure out themselves. But he did do a stupid mistake. Fair enough. He can get in trouble in the real world. You've got someone like RDJ. As much as he's loved, he was an idiot when he was younger, and he's been crowned as probably the best thing in the MCU ever and ever will be.
Yeah,
Jonathan Majors has done it in his older life, sure, and he should be penalised. But if he's not going to go to prison, he's still an image in the public eye. And him in Creed 3, for example, he's a good actor. You can't take it away
mm.
from him.
I
And
think,
him as Kang would have been unbelievable. Or recast him. Just recast him. Don't don't
yeah.
take away such a good villain and build up. At the end of the day, you just need someone with a villainous voice and a structural frame that will fill out the same suit as he did.
I would agree with recasting. Just recast the role,
Give it to Ryan Gosling.
oh god, oh mate, I love him, but there's just I think yeah, he done it. The thing is, obviously, before MCU wasn't Disney, right? When RDJ was Iron Man originally, am I correct in saying that, or is
Yeah,
that
no,
wrong?
you're right in saying that. No, you're right.
So
You're right.
it kind of makes sense why RDJ kind of can go on and build this kind of legacy, and then it gets bought by Disney, and then kind of he is the face of it because he can kind of get away with the stuff he did when he was younger because he was younger and he was hired. But if he did the stuff now, it'd be a lot more conflict of interest because they want to make loads of money, Disney. But also, if RDJ did something like Jonathan Majors did, it would be a very hard like thing to get rid of RDJ. But they probably would because they had to get rid of loads of people. They got rid of the girl from like Disney in general. Got rid of the girl from Mandalorian or Bad Batch or whatever it was. I can't remember.
Oh,
You know,
from
the
Deadpool
wrestler.
1.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Deadpool. That was it. They got rid of
the
her
one that just lost.
for some tweets and stuff, right?
She just lost her fight, didn't she? Sad times. 15 seconds, gone.
Oh, I don't follow it, so I'd heard what did she get knocked out or?
Nah, UFC, she got choked out within 15 seconds.
Oof. Oh, that's
I
what
mean, it was
becoming an actor
heavily,
does to you.
it was definitely privately arranged on how that fight was going to go.
Allegedly.
No, no, 100%. There,
Double it down.
like, no, there is no way. Like, imagine like Conor McGregor comes out of retirement and Floyd Mayweather, and they do a rematch again, right? Just because you've had so much time away from it, you don't forget the game. If I said to you, play a game, I don't know, go play a game of football, right? And you've
Yeah,
never played football much in your life, you would be able to kick a football and pick up the game again in seconds. However,
yeah.
when you've trained your life in that division and that sort of skill level, when both of you have been out of the game for that period of time to have families and stuff, both of you coming back in and having a year worth of training,
I was gonna
the fight.
say, it's not just the game. It's not just the match has been sprung on you either, is it? It's like you would have
Oh,
had like 9 to 12 months to prep for it. So I get,
yeah,
yeah,
I mean, I always forget his name, and it literally was just in my brain. But I'm sure, like, you might know the clip where he leans against the cage, runs into, what's his name? Is it Ben something? He's now like in poor condition, but he's recovering. Anyway, he
oh,
gets kneed in the
Aspirin.
head. That's it, Ben
Yeah,
Aspinall. He gets hit in the head, and he collapses on the floor.
is it
The
Aspirin?
fight went that way.
Yeah,
I think it's Aspinall. If he collapses on the floor and that's the fight, that's fine. But getting choked out within 10 to 15 seconds,
yeah.
I and it sort of looked like she. I mean, she just laid there. There was no fidgeting, there was no moving, there was no nothing. It was just like, cool, you've caught me. Now let me lay here.
Yeah, I
It was
haven't
just.
seen it, but I'm sure it's like it's a lot of dodgy. I mean, going from acting and then obviously, but I don't understand why these people go for these fights. Obviously, we're going way off topic, but I don't understand why these people are like way out of the game. Are they just like so addicted to spending money? Like, I don't
Nah,
get
they
it.
ain't spending money. She was good before, and the new one is, I don't know. I think she's argued to be the best in female like UFC.
Mm,
However, I think they brought in a lot of money. So
yeah.
to come out of retirement to take that paycheck and go away again when you ain't getting hired for films, I probably wouldn't blame her.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's the Ronda Rousey, isn't it? Right? The same thing happened to Ronda Rousey. She went back to
Yes,
thing, and then she went to what, wrestling after? Did she? Is she wrestling now, or is she fighting again? I can't remember.
I'm not too sure.
I don't know. Fighting's not really my forte.
Oh, UFC is the only sport I'm interested in all fairness.
Mate, World Cup's coming
But
up. Come on.
yeah, you know what? I like the World Cup, but football, I just don't get it. I used to, not
That's fine.
anymore, not anymore.
We watch films now, man. It's in a bad state right now. I'll be honest, you're not missing much in the
It's
last
the
couple of seasons.
saddest comment I think you've ever said.
Well,
Don't worry about football. You watch films now. It's like, you
yeah, it's
know
fine.
what? I would pick a film over football my entire life,
I
but
would.
to
I
hear it
would.
out loud,
No. All right. So Nolan film. Best Nolan film is Memento.
okay.
Without a doubt.
What would you say his top three are, and then your worst, and then his worst? Because
Um,
there's 12 films, I believe. But what's his top three and what's his worst?
top three are Memento's number one.
Okay.
Then the thing I see, I haven't seen Inception. I have seen Inception. I haven't seen Interstellar, so you have to caveat that that's not in there
hmm
because I have not seen it. So it could be a number one. I would say Memento number one. I would say Tenant number two. Wait, are we saying my favorite or best?
Um, let's go with favorite. Your favorite.
Okay, my favorite will be Memento, Dark Knight 1, then Prestige.
Okay.
Best films, I think it's Memento, Tenant. No, it's not. It's probably Memento, Tenant, Oppenheimer, or you can switch out Oppenheimer and Prestige. I love Prestige. I would say, yeah, Momentum, number one. Dark Knight, which is the original. No, Batman Begins, sorry. Begins.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. The first Batman Begins. And then
Yeah.
Prestige, number three.
Okay. I mean, I'm not far off. I'm gonna go with Memento.
Yeah,
I'm going um
that's so good.
Interstellar. I'm going
Yeah.
Memento, Interstellar. Interstellar could be a top. Oh, it could be top, and I might give it. I think I'm gonna give it.
Yeah, go
I
on.
think Interstellar's top, then Memento, then I'm gonna give it to The Prestige, with a
Mate.
close behind of Batman Begins.
Batman Begins is great. I mean, Oppenheimer is amazing. It's Inception, I think, because since it became like a film bro film and very like popular,
So
it's
confusing. It's
huh?
just so. It's so good to watch, but it
Yeah,
is so
yeah.
confusing.
It is, but then again, Tenant is like I watched it. I was like, this is great,
It's
but I
better
don't
than Tenet.
understand it.
It's better than Tenet
No,
so
no, in
much.
like the same concept of like I watched Tenant and I was like, this is amazing. I just don't understand it. I watched it again. I was like, this is amazing, and I understand it. Then I watched it again. I was like, okay, this is really good, and I know exactly what's going to happen. And also, I really fancy Robert Pattinson because he's very attractive. And then like you can go from wherever you want from
Dunkirk's
there,
good.
huh?
Dunkirk's good. Dunkirk's definitely
It's the
worth
one
it. If
shot,
you
isn't
like
it?
a war film, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
no, that's 1917.
Oh, is Dunkirk the one with Harry Styles?
Yes. Is it a one shot? I haven't watched it in a very, very long time.
Maybe not. Is it 1917? I'm thinking
I
about.
thought it was 1917 is the one where it's meant to be one shot when it definitely isn't.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Is that that's the one with
it
Andrew
look
Scott in it, isn't
it
it?
yeah. I mean, if you're going to talk about one shot, you got to talk about Adolescence. You know that's a one shot, and that's
Listen,
a film you can tell it's one shot, and there's so much effort behind it. That's a
I
great
feel
show.
like genuinely I need to get next time we do an episode I need to get a notepad and everything you talk about I need to write down and watch now and then because
You
adolescence
know,
has
I'm on
been
270 films this year. 272,
bro I
sorry.
know I've got your letterbox man I have got adolescence on the top of my watch pile for so fucking long. It's 3 episodes, isn't it? 3 episodes, 4 episodes.
Yeah, yeah.
I
It's
haven't
it's
watched it.
3 episodes. It's not long.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but I know
Watch
it's gonna be
Dinosaurs
amazing.
as well.
Huh?
The TV show Dinosaurs. I'm pretty sure it come out on Netflix. It's great. It's just CGI dinosaurs, and it's Morgan Freeman as the voice the entire time. It's
What
unbelievable.
is it like? Fiction
It
or
explains it
non-fiction?
explains the dinosaur. Yeah, well, non-fiction technically, because it's explaining the dinosaur lifespan and from start to finish through the
Hmm.
different arcs.
Hmm.
And you're listening to Morgan Freeman the entire time.
Yeah.
It's the closest thing you could get to David Attenborough with my eyes rolling back. You know, it's it's pretty damn good
It's
to
like a
listen to.
proper weed film, though. You know what I mean? Like you spark up, and it sounds like that anyway. You spark up
No,
when you
no,
start.
I think it's more one where you want to hug the telly because you end
Yeah.
up liking a dinosaur, and then a bigger dinosaur wins, and then a bigger dinosaur wins, and then a sea creature wins, and then the sea creatures all freeze over and die,
Was it a
and then you're
film
back
or
to
was it a
start.
series?
It's a series, but you can rank it on. Sorry, you can rate it on Letterbox because it's a short program and it fits in the
Yeah.
same time frame. Because you can watch all of it in about 3 hours, I think. So it fits as a film.
There's a bunch on Letterboxd you can add on there. Like there's a bunch of musicals that when I go to see a musical or I go to see a play with Soph or whatever, I like look it up on Letterboxd see if it's on there, and they are like majority of the time on there, which is kind of crazy. Um,
Yeah.
but can we go back to Adolescence for a second?
Mhm.
Tell me why Stephen Graham isn't one of the best actors ever. Stephen
Because
Graham,
he's usually playing some sort of
dickhead.
racist or
Yep.
yeah, or a knobhead, and he does a great job of it, and he is a good actor. The kid is definitely a future actor
You
as
think?
long as he continues to play those roles and doesn't fall into like rom coms and stuff.
I
If
mean
he falls
Cooper.
into rom coms, yeah. If he falls into the rom com region, it's bad. If he goes into the MCU, it's bad. You've got to cast him in, uh, you know, like a blockbuster. You just got to give him a role where he can do what he does best.
Well,
Clearly,
he was already in
and
Wuthering Heights, so.
Wuthering Heights was fucking.
I saw
Honestly,
your. We need to pull up your
soon as they
review on
said that the
Letterboxd, by the
wall is
way.
her skin,
Yeah,
her what was it? The wall's her skin. Oh, I literally just wanted to curl up in a ball and
yeah.
punch myself in the face. It was so bad.
Can I
Um,
read your review?
yeah. Feel free.
Because I don't know how to search for it, to be honest. Is there a way I can search for
I've
it?
got it in front of me.
Go
I've
on,
got I've got it.
read your review. Read your review of Wuthering Heights. Because when I was like contemplating in the sofa, like contemplating to go see it, I saw your review. I was like, so this is the type of film it is.
I mean, there's a couple of reviews that my mates have done as well that are quite funny. But I gave it a 1.5, and I said I hated Margot Robbie's character the entire time. In fact, the film went pretty average as soon as the characters aged. That kid from Adolescence and whoever played young Catherine saved the film for what it's worth. It was pretty to watch though. Shot very well, but my gosh, do they like Rain and Tears? Ella didn't even enjoy the film, which makes my point clearer. She loves a shit film.
Didn't you say? I swear I remember something else on the end. Did you say something like they love
I think I
casting?
deleted it. I
Did
think I
you?
deleted it.
Did
I
you
think I deleted it before. Yeah,
can I
I can't
mention
remember
that
what I
or?
put. Yeah. Feel free.
It was something like why do they keep making Jacob Elordi's play characters that like to dominate women or something like that?
That was it. Yeah, he
Yeah,
always likes taking advantage of women.
it's true. It's
He
true,
does a
man.
great
Even
job
in
of it though. But
Saltburn. Even in Saltburn.
not even Saltburn. He played in Priscilla. He dates a 14-year-old child. He
Yeah, he
might betray
does. You're
Elvis.
right.
Just
You're right.
because the time frame's different doesn't mean that if you look at it in today's age that he wasn't
No,
a paedophile.
no, yeah, you're right.
But I mean, so one of my friends said I didn't write 3,000 words on Wuthering Heights for my English literature A level course. Coursework for this to be the film outcome. Kate Bush is turning in her grave. I thought that was
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
quite
that's
funny.
good. That is really good. That's good. You have a little
But
like community on there as well. It's quite nice. I like to see the reviews. I've only done one serious review, and that's on Borderlands film because I was so disappointed, but also like kind of happy about it. It's the only one that I've actually done a full on review with. They start doing it though. But you have some
I
belters on
mean,
there.
I try and put like some films I try and put a little bit serious because I think like I'm cool, but I know I'm not. But then like there's some
You are,
that
man.
are just so bad, and it's just too easy to not make a joke out of it.
Yeah, like the Mummy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the Mummy
mummy.
film.
The Lee Cronin one or the Tom Cruise one I
No, Tom
watched
Cruise
yesterday?
one. Your review.
Oh yeah. I mean, just before I say that, my mate Sonny, he's the one with a lisp, and he looks like he's half asleep all the time. But he's a handsome man inside. He said, "For anyone but you, I came in for Sydney Sweeney, and I left with a stiffy and a catchy song." I just think it summarizes the film so well. But The Mummy, I
Yeah,
just put Mission Impossible 22. Get to the end of the film.
yeah, I see.
It's bad.
Yeah, I I've got a little review here as we're doing it. We should do. We haven't even got to the point of this whole. I was gonna mention. We'll go back to whatever, but I was gonna mention like what the idea for the whole series would be. But so I said. So I've done a couple of reviews. I've done Run Fat Boy Run, by the way, unbelievably good film,
Good
unbelievably
film. Good
underrated
film.
as well. Like it's so good.
Yep.
Inspiration story for the ages. It is just amazing. I do just one sentences, but my first ever review was Long Legs, and I put. Have you seen Long Legs?
Yeah, I mean,
I really liked
I
it,
don't know what
so
you gave it.
yeah, I
Yeah,
really
there you
liked it.
go. That says enough.
I gave it an 8 because I just like horror films. I feel like you don't like horror films, bro. I'm serious. I love them, and when I'm like, oh, I wonder what Joe got this, gave this. Like, have you seen Bring Her
I'm gonna
Back?
tell you now. Yes, I've seen Bring Her Back, and it's a good horror film. Do you know one thing I'm gonna say about horror films?
Yeah,
That they're good, but only if the story's good. Just because it has a jump scare or if it's eerie, it doesn't mean it's a good film.
I
It
agree.
just means that it's doing the genre it's built in for.
I agree.
And that something like The Shining, right? Although
Yeah,
it's people might go, oh, it's so old, it's not as
it's
good as
amazing. It's
Obsession.
amazing. It's amazing.
It's what if a horror film can stick with you, like Silence of the Lambs. If it can linger with
Yeah,
you and make you feel uncomfortable for the rest of your life, it's
yeah.
done a good job.
The
If you
eight.
watch Lights Out,
Yeah.
Lights Out is a terrible film. However, every time I turn off the light, I always think that there's going to be a silhouette of a human being standing in the corner.
For me, it's the not the original, but the 80s The Thing. Have you seen The Thing?
Oh, the thing is unbelievable. And the issue is, I only watched that
Generational.
recently.
Oh, it's
So,
generational, man. They did a cinema re-release like in January, and I honestly I can't believe I missed it. Like, I'm sure I can just find it somewhere in London, like go and see it. But films, I 100% agree with you. Well, films like that are just like genuinely generational. And I understand why horror films are being made so much right now because they are so cheap to make. They're so fucking cheap to make, and you can make such a good film out of it. But like, mate, I agree with you because my favorite horror film ever, personally, is Barbarian, and people might not agree with that. I think Barbarian is top 10 film horror films because it's the one I recommend to anybody. Even if you like horror films or you want to get into it or you not 100% sure, that type of thing you want to explore, it's Barbarian. It's Barbarian every single time for me. That's the one I recommend to everyone. Have you seen Barbarian? Hello? Oh, she's disconnected. I've just chatted on for ages. Disconnected. Is he there?
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I walked up to. I mean, without giving too much away, I tried to mute myself and go to the loo without anyone knowing. But as I muted myself, I must have just lost everything because you were talking and then it disappeared, and then I was going, yeah, yeah, no, like I agree,
Yeah. No,
and
it's fine.
there was no response. I
I
thought, wow, I'm either boring or I've
I
lost connection.
yeah, that's exactly what I thought when I finished as well. I finished and I was like, no, I was saying the one film I always recommend to every single person, whether you'd like horror films or you want to get into it, a top 10 for me, my favorite horror film, not because it's the best, not because it's visually amazing, but is Barbarian. It's just Barbarian. I don't know if you've seen it or if you like
I
it.
have seen Barbarian,
It's the one I recommend
and
to
I'm
everyone.
gonna see. I don't. I don't.
Oh, broski.
Uh, I
I don't know
think
how my
that
feelings.
it was not that great.
Right.
If I'm honest, I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's that great. I don't think it's
No.
as good as what everyone puts up on a
No.
pedestal. And there are a
No.
lot more bad horror films than there are good.
Um. Yes. Did you hear what I said about the reason there's so many horror films being made is because how cheap they are to make, and the profit is ridiculous. Like Obsession is obviously quite an anomaly because it costs so little and it's one of the most successful most profitable box office hits ever. The reason these horror films have been made is because they're very cheap. That you don't have to, like, you can't make a dinosaur film without spending loads of money on like CGI or spending loads of money on like practical effects and building these massive things. You can't do it. But with horror films, you can. That you actually can. You just need a good story, a good director, and you can make these unbelievable works of art. But I always recommend Barbarian because I hate like supernatural type films. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like them type of like supernatural. I like when it's like actually real or it's like actually. I really like this film. I can't remember what it's called. I don't know if you've seen it. Where there's these two guys. There was a guy and a girl, and they like live in this family's attic. I don't know what it's called. I really can't remember what it's called.
Frank.
No. No, no. It's a guy and a girl, and they basically they're not homeless or anything. They go in. They're like teenagers, like adults. They're like young adults. They go into like a family's house. They sneak into it. They sneak into the attic, and they live in the attic without being noticed for like a couple of days, and then they leave just for like the thrill of it, and they record it. And one of the guys in the in who like comes in with the girl, like has got this obsession with like recording the people not knowing he's there, and he turns really creepy. That's a really good
Jojo
film.
Rabbit.
No, it's not Joe. Why are we pulling out? Why are we? I can't remember what it's called. I really can't remember what it's called. I must have reviewed it on Letterboxd, but it's like that type of thing where it's like it's real and it's like okay, this is I haven't reviewed it on Letterboxd, so I can already see, and it's like okay, this is like a real thing. Like Barbarian, it's real. Like if you haven't seen it, go watch it because it's unbelievable. But in my opinion, Joe doesn't like it, but it's real. If you when you hear the backstory to it and the kind of I don't know if you knew what the film was about before you started watching it, but the version of expectation is so good where you expect it to be one thing and it turns into a completely different thing. Bill Skarsgård plays an amazing role in it. Like, it's just like I don't know. It's a great film if you don't know if you like horrors or not to watch because you get everything. You get jump scares. You get like you are disturbed. You have a great story and you have a great climax, and you get someone saying "mama" over and over again and trying to suck breast milk or trying to get people to suck her breast milk. It's like what else do you
Most
want?
episodes of The Boys.
Yeah, honestly, it's based with the boys. Yeah, alright, it's the boys. But I love it. It's the one I recommend to everyone because it's just so complete. It's everything you want from. It's everything you want. It's not everything you want and more. It's everything you want from a horror film. And if you don't know if you like it, go watch it. I'll tell you, by the way, speaking of horror films or scary films, that type of thing, the most overrated horror film, not even, the most overrated film of all time. And you know what it is. You know what it is, fella. It's terrible.
Say Sinners.
No. Sinners is unbelievable. That's one of the best. No, the most overrated film of all time is Blair Witch Project. I know it was ahead of its time, but it's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's like half scary at some points because you're like, oh, what's gonna happen? The ending is shit. It's so bad.
I think that after watching Creep 1 and 2, I expected because they're up there for me in terms of horror films, and I would say that I expected that sort of like uncomfortableness.
Yeah.
But paranormal films go one of two ways.
Yeah.
It's either good or funny. And do you know what I think the Blair Witch House is worse than? And it's not saying that this film's bad. It's a haunted house with the Marlon brother.
100% agree with you. 100%
That's a funny film,
Blair
but
Witch is dog shit.
it's still scary. Like it's still scarier than Blair Witch Project. And I laughed when the bubble of snot was by her nose. And, and all I could think about is what I couldn't remember what film took the mick out of it, but I just sat there laughing, and then when it ended, I just thought that was so bad because I did some like digging on the build up for it and like the what's it called, the advertisement for it. They started putting up wanted signs, missing posters.
I think it's incredible advertising, but that's it.
Because it was so cheap, because it was literally just put flyers up. People were actually looking for these people, and well, they weren't missing because they're in a film. But I thought it was a terrible film. I get why it was so iconic at the time because everyone that would probably have been looking for these people watched the film and went, "Oh my god,
It's like
I'm such a fucking idiot."
yeah, it's the
All
most
right.
successful like found footage film of all time. But I get that, but people shouldn't rate it now. People should not rate that film now. And maybe nostalgia wise and seeing the marketing, you could rate you can rate marketing without rating the film. And I'm sure there's plenty of examples. The film's shit. It's so bad. I can go on and on and on. It's so bad. Genuinely so bad.
I mean, I would argue that if you're going to watch a horror film, you said Barbarian. Oh my, you're right, mate.
I muted my mic and I forgot to mute you. I'm so sorry. Oh, Jesus. I was coughing up a storm there. Jesus.
I was just undoing my water bottle and I couldn't even hear it crackle.
I was so like caught up in the rage that Blair Witch actually causes me. I couldn't, I had to take a drink, mate. Yeah.
And the issue is, I don't even think that just because it's a bad film doesn't mean that it can't be enjoyable. I just think it was overall underwhelming, just in every aspect.
I can hear myself drinking through your mic. Sorry.
But I would argue if you're going to watch a horror
with
film, you start with Get Out. I would say Get Out's better than Barbarian.
I agree, it's a better film, but I don't know if it's a better beginner film.
Then start with Alien. I just don't think I don't think Barbarian's good enough to put against certain things.
I know, but you don't want to like. Also, the reason I recommend Barbarian first is because it's not the scariest film. Because like, there's a million films that are better than it. In the horror film space, there's a million films that are scarier than it. A million films that are better than it. There's a million films that are just visually more stunning. There's a million films that has a better story. But by giving somebody a solid like 7.5, 8 out of 10 on every factor, where it's not too scary and it's not too crazy and it's not too like different and it's not too much and it's not too psychological and it's just like this has actually happened in real life and it's is not too much. Go explore, and then they can go, I really like this aspect of it. I really like the monster. I think that was really good. Then you go, oh, you like the monster? Go watch The Thing. Oh, I really like the psychological aspect. Then go watch what you just said. Go watch Nope or whatever, yeah? Whichever you want, you know, that's psychological. Oh, I really like the kind of unnerviness, jump scary of it. Go watch Hereditary. Like, you can recommend.
Oh, that's a good film.
Yeah, you can look at that film. The reason I recommend to everyone, not because it's the best, because you can look at that and they go, I like this aspect of it. I love the gore. Then go watch Talk to Me. Go watch Bring Her Back. It's the perfect film that you can just recommend a million different films depending on what they liked. That's why I recommend to everyone.
I could argue that Obsession could be the greatest entry to a horror franchise. Yeah.
No, it's too scary, man. It's too scary.
I think it gives you the perfect. I feel uncomfortable for an hour and a half, 2 hours. You've got Nikki, who as much, and I'm just going to say this as a man, you know, she might be cursed, but you don't blame Bear. Like he's the villain of the whole film.
Yeah, he is.
However, if he had to be a weirdo and pick someone,
yeah,
he's done a good job. he has done a good job, and in all fairness, I just start to finish, it was unbelievable. And even when it was like a bit rubbish, when I did think one downhill moment was when it started raining money over his head. But how do you know he's going to win $1 billion? Spoilers, by the way. How do you know he's going to win $1 billion without
massive spoilers for Obsession? But this is why I really like Curry Baker is like when he was talking about it, he said that he understands that the One Wish Willow is the most stupid thing ever, because if it was real, then there'll be a million people making all these wishes and there'll be dinosaurs flying around and there'll be dragons and it would be ridiculous. So I like the idea. Hear me out on this. I don't know if this is like a common thing or if this is just because when I was talking to Soph about it, I was like, this would be great. When you snap the One Wish Willow, you like within a second of real life time, but in this whole like hours or weeks or whatever until you die, you experience what it is. And your real life person gets taken over by the entity. So instead of Nikki getting taken by the entity, it's actually Bear getting taken by the entity. And his wish has just contractually given his body, and he's gone to where the entity wants him to be. Do you know what I mean? Or he wants to be. That's my that's my like perfect story. That makes sense?
That I mean, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. I think it's completely wrong, but it makes
No,
sense, and I was
it's
intrigued.
100% wrong. It's 100% wrong. But the way I the way I rationalize it being like not overpowered and everybody not being able to make a trillion wishes is that
Yeah,
he goes into like this slipstream of like his mind. He goes to the back of his mind and the entity takes over him, and instead of, so like in the real world he's just walking around being Bear, he's just a normal guy, but in his subconscious he is experiencing what his wish coming true would be like, for better or for worse. Does that make sense?
yeah.
I mean, it's definitely
Uh,
wrong, but I love that theory.
I mean, I've actually ranked the best film, every film I've seen that's come out this year. So, although at the box office or whatever, you're going to have like Hamnet because it was the end of last year, I haven't put it. I've
Yeah,
only done 2026 releases,
yeah.
and I don't think my order's. I don't think it's wrong. I will give myself that.
Okay. Okay.
Project Hail Mary is top. I think that's
Oh,
the best film this
it's
year.
amazing, man. I can't stop thinking about it. I think you're 100% right. I think you're. Can we just, sorry, Project? I need to cut you off for every single one of these films, right? And you need to tell me why. But Project Hail Mary, tell me why scenes that I thought were CG, and then watching behind the scenes, like the phosphorus part, where all the all the lights on his face and stuff. When he's on top of the ship, when he's collecting the, I can't remember what it's called, the frost stage, the whatever it is, when he's collecting all that shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Yeah.
That's practical. The whole, not him on top of the spaceship and the space and all that, obviously, but the lights against his face and that beautiful moment of like, there's a reason I'm doing this. The reason I'm doing this is I should push through. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful and it's practical. It's practical effects. They're real lights on a real rig, and he's really standing there with a real fucking space helmet on. Unbelievable.
You
So,
know, I was almost disappointed by the ending. But I think if he, spoiler alert, if he
yeah.
had gone back to Earth, I would have been disappointed.
Well, he does
Even
go
though
back,
that's where I
right?
think I wanted.
Yeah.
Well, he goes back to Rocky's Earth.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
yeah.
it's a simulation pretty much at the end,
Yeah, but then he
and then he
says,
teaches rocks.
yeah, but then Rocky goes, oh, the ship's fixed. We're ready to go back. We're ready to put you down, like to sleep, to go back to
True,
Earth.
true, but he's gonna get there and he's gonna be old. So,
Yeah, true.
in my heart, I think he stays with Rocky.
Maybe, which I'm kind of happy. I don't mind either way. Like you got to think the human race has succeeded because he's saved them, but also they fucked him over. They massively fucked him over. They
Yeah,
hugely fucked him
that's
over.
fair.
Like I would be, you have nothing to go back to, so why go back?
Yeah, it's true. He didn't even want to be there. So why would he go back and show that he saved the Earth that he didn't actually want to leave anyway? That's fair.
No one knows he's alive either, do they?
He sent the tapes. He sent the tapes home. So the
Of
Earth doesn't know,
course,
but
yeah,
she
you're right.
knows.
Yeah, you're right. And also,
Um,
I saw. Sorry, last thing about. Anyway, I saw a little detail video after I finished it, which I didn't even realize. Soph showed me. When she's on that boat and she's like watching the tapes back, or she's got the stuff in like the Antarctic or wherever it is, she's got like I can't remember if it's like a dog tag or a mark, and it's basically shows that she was arrested and she's on like bail. Like she was like
yeah,
she's basically she's committed a crime and they know that she's committed a crime, and she's like smiling and sad because she knows it's succeeded. So, even though she's in jail or she's going to prison or whatever it is, she's also done the right thing. So it's kind of a nice little end to that as well.
yeah. I mean, I don't think I picked up on it,
No, I
or I
didn't.
don't remember picking up on it, and I like that. It's not bad.
Yeah, nice little detail if it's real.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, if you've been done over it, then you live in a false lie.
All
Um,
14 people who listen to this now believe that as well.
14.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's just me and you here and ourselves.
11,
But
11 alt accounts.
it
You.
might just be the family group chat, mate.
No one's watching it. No one's but watch. I guarantee you, right? If anybody is listening to this right now from our family group chat, we'll put it in there. Fuck it, why not? If anyone's listening to it right now, if you've got to an hour and 30 minutes into this call and you're listening to it, just message one of us privately something like just what's a word? Give us a code word. What should we say?
Marshmallow.
Message one of us Marshmallow if you're listening to this right now, and if you're not on a family group chat and you're listening to this right now and you're a random person, comment Marshmallow. How about that?
Yeah,
That'd be quite
yeah,
good.
and if you don't comment marshmallow, don't be surprised when you don't get a Christmas present. How about that,
Exactly.
mate? How about that?
Exactly.
Yeah, you need me to look after the dogs whilst you're on holiday? Don't worry, the front door will stay open the whole time. That's no problem. Let them go for a walk.
I tell you for a fact though, I know two people would definitely watch this whole thing fully, and they're our biggest supporters.
I think it'll be Alex and Cookie.
No, Dad's gonna watch this whole thing, guarantee you. Shout out, father.
That's fair.
My
That's
boy.
fair. I feel like we should talk about UFOs just for the sake of it now.
We can do. We can talk about conspiracies. Let's get through your top 5 first, and then we'll get.
All right. So I went with Project Hail Mary. I went with Obsession. I went with
Yeah.
The Sheep Detectives in third place.
Haven't seen it. Soph wants to watch it really badly though. Really
I,
badly.
I will tell you right now that it's phenomenal.
It just looks a bit shit though, no?
No, it's phenomenal.
Okay.
It's unbelievable, and I was so surprised how good it was. On Netflix, it's just come out. Remarkably Bright Creatures with the Void from Thunderbolts and Aunt May from Amazing Spider-Man.
It's like the octopuses and stuff, isn't it?
That's what I thought. I mean, I even said I'm not gonna. There's no spoilers in my reviews, but I literally said I sobbed. I thought it was a comedy
Really?
involving an octopus, not a story that had me sitting there for most of the film with blurry vision. By the end, my eyesight was as functional as the octopus's. Honestly, what a film, what a story, and I'm so happy
Huh.
it's over in the best possible way.
Okay. I 100%. I need a notepad, man. I need to write down this shit. I 100%.
just go through,
Is it
just go through my letterbox. I've seen everything.
is it a date night
Um,
film? Can I watch it with Soph or no?
watch it with Soph. Just just be prepared that like she will cry. I didn't watch it with Ella
Okay.
because she took too long, so I watched it and I said to her, I can't rewatch it with you. If she cries, I cried for an hour straight. I started thinking back on things that I haven't thought about in the last decade. I started thinking about my football team. Like, oh my gosh, I used to be number 9. I used to be number 9. You know,
God.
and what they're doing is paddleboarding. I don't know how I make the two, but it's unbelievable.
I see.
And then
A film's never done that to me. I know a lot of films have made me really upset and like tear up and cry a little bit, but nothing's ever like really made me sob. So I'm looking forward to it. Genuinely, really
I would
looking forward to
argue
it.
there's a couple of films that have made me like sad. Yeah, like you said, sad. Maybe one tear, and you didn't even mean for it to come out.
Mate,
Um,
I
like
tell.
About Time. About Time got me.
I cried over, not cried, but like I teared up and like a couple of, like Cloudy Chance of People's. It's enough to make a grown man cry, but not this man. That type of thing where like, you'd suck it back up. Mitchell's versus the
Uh,
Machines. Have you seen Mitchell's versus the Machines?
yes. Oh
Mate,
my
that's
god,
sad.
what a
That's
film!
actually really, really upsetting. Like when
I was
he
gonna
like
say Big Hero 6.
sacrifices himself. Big Hero 6 again. That's the same thing. I don't know what it is, man. Animated shows, or films, like movies in general that are animated. It just kind of it makes me like I don't know. It makes me more tear jerky.
Every time I go to the barbers, right, and they go, "Have a lollipop." Honestly, I just start crying. I don't know what to do. Um,
Honestly,
but that's definitely top 4, and then I've put the Bone Temple at 5th.
but I haven't
I've put the
seen
Bone Temple.
28 Years or Bone Temple yet.
It's
They're
the
both
second one's
on.
better than the first, by like
Okay,
like an absolute mile as well. And the
it's
first one I enjoyed, but that is class.
talking about 28 Years. Yeah,
28 Years Later, one
Aaron
with
Taylor
Aaron Taylor
Johnson.
Johnson
Yeah.
was okay, better towards the end than it was at the start, I think.
Okay.
But this one with the whole Jimmy Savile cult, that's the whole film pretty much,
Yeah.
and it's perfect. It's
I saw I saw they're on American Netflix, so like both of them are. I don't know if they're on English yet, but I can just easily watch them whenever,
yeah.
to be honest.
I went to Amsterdam, didn't I, last year, and they
Yeah.
had Constantine on their Netflix.
Mate, honestly, I'm not saying allegedly if you get a VPN and you log into a mobile device, not a TV, well, maybe a Fire Stick will work. You can load up Netflix and go to America. Well, I think Venezuela. I can't remember, I think it might be Venezuela. There's like a random country, maybe it's like Iceland, where like they have everything. Like you don't need to switch. They just have everything. But American Netflix like doesn't have because they have FX out there. It doesn't have Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which is the greatest show of all time. So I'm not logged into it all the time because I need to watch Always
That's
Sunny.
fair.
It's the best show ever.
It's the greatest show of all time. I'll
It's
allow that.
unbelievable. But American Netflix has some good shit, man. It's got some bangers in there, some new shit as well. Like it had 28 years on Netflix, like a few months, like 4 or 5 months after it came out of cinemas, and I was like, yeah, it's good, man. If you can get a VPN, allegedly, definitely go.
Did you watch Mortal Kombat 2?
No, and I'm not going to.
Oh mate. Oh, don't even.
Unless you tell me that Carl Urban was an unbelievable. Was it Carl Urban in Mortal Kombat?
Cole Urban's great.
Yeah.
Cole Urban's great. It would have been better if he was younger, but he did a great job, so I don't think I'm going to complain.
Yeah. I don't know.
So it's valid.
It's not that I didn't like the first one. I don't like any of the Street Fighter films. I don't like any also the one before it. Like I just don't like them. I don't know. So I don't know if I will. I don't know.
The first one is bad. I'll
Oh, I can't hear you. One sec. I've disconnected again. One sec. I'm so sorry. Go on. Every time I move my leg, my microphone gets pulled out and they get muted.
Stop opening your legs then, mate.
I'm sorry, man. I can't help it. Yeah,
but
making
no,
me flustered.
The second one is a whole other ball game to the first one.
Yeah, is it worth watching though? Like actually, for somebody who would rate, I haven't even got it on my letterbox. The first one maybe a 3.
I mean that's generous for the first one. I would have said the first one's a 2.5, maybe even a 2.
Not
then
stars.
The second one's...
Not stars. It's like a 1.5
you mean
star.
out of 10?
Yeah, a 10.
Oh, out of 10. Oh, all right, fair enough. So you hated the first one.
That's what I mean. I didn't like Street Fighter either. I don't like any of them. It's just not.
I don't know. I gave the first Mortal Kombat film a 2.5. I'm probably going to drop it to a 2 if I'm honest.
To a 4. So you're not
but
that far away from me.
The second one's the second one's like a 3.5. Enjoyment wise, you could give it a 5 out of 5. Honestly, it was just get over here.
Do I want to watch a 6 out of 10 film though? Like,
I think that you need to sometimes watch a bad film to appreciate a better one.
The better ones, yeah.
That's why I sometimes will watch. Well, basically, 2 days a week, I'll watch the first film that comes onto whatever app I press, and I just watch it. And then if it's bad, it's bad. You know, like Sucker Punch with Zack Snyder. I know Alex loves it, and I'm sure you've seen it.
I love it.
Have you seen it? Yeah, you gave it a 4-star.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. I think it's great. I think everything about it is amazing. Yep.
It's a bad film.
It's a bad film, but it's not. It's a great film. Like, it's one of those films that I feel like.
Tell me why it's a good film.
Because it's not good, but it's really good. Like,
so then that's Mortal Kombat 2.
No, but like, I mean, in the sense of okay, so it's Zack Snyder, isn't it? He does the same thing with every film ever, where he tries and makes a deeper meaning with it, but it isn't. To stop making deeper meanings about films that don't need deeper meanings. Why are you making Justice League and trying to make fucking a deep meaning behind every single character? They don't need it. Superman is powerful.
Batman vs Superman is one of the worst films ever made.
Yeah, I think it's a bit too overheated, but I think it's bad. I think it's bad. I think it's overhated though.
I would argue up until I don't know how far in that is. I would say after they meet in Lex Luthor's bid.
Yeah.
So when Bruce Wayne, he breaks in and gets what he needs because he couldn't get it the other way because he broke the Batmobile. After that, it's bad. Like, it's unwatchable. Doomsday's terrible. Superman.
I agree. Doomsday's dog shit. Yeah.
Is bad. The metal suit for Batman don't work. Ben Affleck's a great Batman, but the metal suit's bad. His cloth outfit is way better.
Do you know what? You know what? A generational stinker you do. Like, I mean, it's overhated, right? But
Flash.
No. I'm talking about Batman vs Superman. Flash is good, man. We've already talked about it.
Batman.
No, it's not bad. You know, Batman vs Superman. What the most generational flop is having that Batman and that Superman, Henry Cavill,
Martha.
mate, and then ruining it by mentioning a name.
Yeah.
That's the
Don't
biggest
say
flaw to that
name.
film.
Martha, it's my mom.
Like
Yeah, it's bad.
like Batman in this Ben Affleck, great Batman in my opinion. He's a great Batman, not the best, but he's great Batman. He's one of
Yeah.
he's second best. Christian Bale's the best. Christian Bale is.
You think
the
Christian
best.
Bale's the best Batman?
He's the best, yeah, without a doubt. And for me, it's not even. You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb. It's not even close. It's not even close. I would say Christian Bale's number 1, and then number 8 is Ben Affleck, and no one is 7 through 2. That's what I would say. Like that's how far, I think that's how far away it is. I'm not saying Ben Affleck is bad. He's great, but Christian Bale is just. He's just better in every aspect. He's just so much better in everything. He's oh my god. His Bruce Wayne is better. His Batman is better. It's like, Spider-Man. You can't make the same argument with Spider-Man. Like, okay, so actually Andrew Garfield is the best Spider-Man in my opinion. However, Tobey Maguire is the best Peter Parker. Tom Holland is like a decent mix of both of them in my opinion. You can't make that you can't do that with. Actually, never mind. Fuck. I'm completely wrong. Ben Affleck is number 8. Christian Bale is number 2. Robert Pattinson is number 1. What the fuck am I talking about? Robert Pattinson is.
Disagree with you.
Robert Pattinson is number minus 4,000. He's the best by a mile.
No, Kevin Conroy is the best one. Kevin Conroy is Batman.
Nah, Robert Pattinson, man. I can't believe I forgot about him. I'm so sorry, Robert.
Did you just say Kevin Conroy is not Batman?
No, he's not. He's not.
Oh my god.
Maybe Batman. I think you're right. I'm getting too emotional with the films attached. I do apologize.
Kevin Conroy's voice as Batman. If there was no Kevin Conroy's Batman, there would not have been such an establishment in most adults' lives.
I think you're correct, but he's not the best. I think you're correct.
He is the best,
but it doesn't mean he's best.
I think Kevin Conroy is the best Batman ever, and that being because he's done every bit of animation also helps him out there. He is the Arkham Knight trilogy, which is the best Batman, might I say. The only person that you could argue is better, yes, is maybe Robert Pattinson,
So good,
but that is purely because Christian Bale's suits were so bad. If Christian Bale had a better suit, he would be a better Batman. If you just look at the character aspect, Christian Bale's one is better. Robert Pattinson spends way too long. Bear in mind, yes, he's early Batman, but he's meant to be the greatest detective. Is he going to be taking on Superman? No, so he doesn't need to figure out kryptonite. But he doesn't lose to the Riddler. But the Riddler is also a genius.
Yeah, I think I do think you're right. I don't think he's the best Batman. I think he's the best Batman. I don't think he's the best Batman. In my opinion, I think what we're doing is I'm getting too emotional with the films attached to him.
Oh, you just mean who looks best? Who played that character the best, not the actual Batman itself?
Yeah, so I think you're right. I think he is Batman. You are right. That is Conroy. Yes, I think you're right. Conroy is the Batman. But I'm getting too attached to the performances, the character, the film, and it's Robert Pattinson by a mile. Then Christian Bale, and then way down here it's Ben Affleck. But it's not saying he's bad. He's a great Batman. But I think you're right. I think if you're looking at Batman,
if you could have had Ben Affleck fight Tom Hardy Bane, it would have been such a cool fight. Robert Pattinson,
because they're both beefy, though, isn't it?
Yeah, because they're beefy, and I don't know. I think they're all good. I just think that they got Ben Affleck got unlucky with the films he was in.
This is what I'm saying. I think it's a generational flop when you have Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill in the same screen, in the same scene, together, and it not be good.
Yeah,
it's a generational flop. It's probably the biggest flop comic, but it might be one of the biggest flops in film, to be honest.
It's generational flop. Yeah,
I agree. You have 2 people at the peak, and you've fucked it.
I'm gonna also argue Lego Batman.
Oh, mate.
Lego Batman the movie is not a bad film.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna revise the whole top 5. Let's do this. Let's do a little segment.
You want to do top 5, yeah?
Top 5 Batman with I'm gonna say you take it how you take it into account. I know what my top 5 is.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I might need to write it down because I'm gonna get this wrong. But I think I've got my. What's your top five? Do you know your top five?
I reckon I could give it a go. I
Top
reckon I could give
five
it a go.
Batmans, and I'm so sorry that this man's gonna be left off this list. But go on. Do
You want me to go first?
I can go first if you want me to.
You go first. You go first.
Okay, so I'm just gonna look up how to thingy. Cool, right. So I'm going to say number one in every aspect. I'm not just saying films. I'm not just saying acting. I'm not just saying Batman in general. Number one is my boy.
The full portrayal.
The whole thing. The whole amazing is Robert Pattinson. He is everything I want from Batman and more. He's beautiful. Sorry. He's beautiful. Sorry. Sorry. He's so good, man. He's just the character, the grittiness of the film, the everything about it is just I love him. Number two is Christian Bale. I think he is. Once again, it's the films, it's the generational talent. We've already spoke about this before, but obviously it's going to be clipped up in segments, so it's not going to know. The second Batman film is a little bit of a letdown, even though it's the highest rated, in my opinion. It's a bit of an overrated, but anyway, Christian Bale is unbelievable. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you have now. Oh goodness. There's so many good choices. That's the problem. Ben Affleck's definitely in there though. Oh mate, I don't know. Why don't you go for your top two and I can go on from there.
I know my top five, if I'm honest.
Okay.
I think it was easy for me. I think Kevin Conroy carries.
Okay.
I still stand by that. It's literally untouchable. He did the Batman animated series, the Arkham City games. It's just, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm then gonna say,
I think you might
I'm
be
gonna
right.
go with,
I think you genuinely might
I'm
be
gonna
right.
go with Christian Bale because he's the only one where we got to see a backstory, and I don't mean parents shot down the alley. I mean training
Yeah.
as Batman, and I think that established him way better. His Bruce Wayne is the best one. You know, let me go. I don't know if there's enough tables. It's fine. I bought the restaurant.
Yeah.
Class,
Yeah,
right?
mate.
Best, and
You have to tell
it's
them they
just
can't be fish. They can't be swimming in the fish tank.
that's what I'm saying. But then if you've got Batman, I would then go with Robert Pattinson. That's fair.
Yeah.
I would go with Robert Pattinson. The Batman is a great film. I think it should have ended when he looked up at the helicopter. The last 15 minutes of him talking to Catwoman, if that was cut, I would put it higher in my list. I think
Yeah.
that actually ruined part of the film for me because it could have ended on such a higher note. I'm then going to go with Will Arnett.
Yeah.
Just class. Yeah,
That's
he's
your
Lego
vibe.
Batman.
So I'm gonna go. Yeah, I think you have to put. I
Michael
think
Keaton. And Michael Keaton.
I was gonna say I'm gonna do my five and then we'll do some honorable mentions that we've clearly missed here. And I'm sure people were gonna moan at us because we've missed a load of people as well. But I'm gonna say Robert Pattinson number one for all the reasons I said and more. Christian Bale number two for all the reasons you said and more. Number three, I'm gonna put Will Arnett because Lego Batman is actually like one of the best animated films and also probably one of the best kids films of all time. If you really like family films, it's just incredible. Like because you can watch anyway. It's great. Will Arnett, and also I don't think he's the best Batman. I think he's the best I think he's got a great Batman voice, right? You have to put him in number three because I know it's a rogue take and it might be dog shit from people might say it's a rogue take, but like I love him. He's BoJack Horseman, man. I fucking love BoJack Horseman. This boy, he's so good. Anyway, that's it. I think Conroy number four because just pure being Batman. I think you are 100% correct. He is Batman. Like he is Batman. And you've 100% convinced me. You're right. And then number five will be Ben Affleck. Do you want to hear some honourable mentions?
Go on, give me one honourable mention.
The classic Adam West.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna say Troy Baker, Lego Batman 2, DC
Voice.
Superheroes.
Yeah, the voice of. What
Sorry,
about What about I don't know. Is that it? Is that everyone? I'm
Yeah.
sure there's a million people that have played Batman at some point, but like a lot of
I
them are
don't.
voices,
I
right?
don't think there's anything more than like 15 people.
I think
I
there's
reckon.
maybe 50.
You reckon?
Yeah, because you got to
I
think, right?
think.
There's different voice actor for like the Injustice series, like the Injustice game series. Someone's gonna
Yeah.
have to voice
That's
Batman.
yeah. That's a good point.
Like, let me look this up. Let me look this up. Who played Batman? Okay, holy shit, yeah. Christian Bale, Robert Pattinson, Ben Affleck, Jensen Ackles.
Oh shit! Yeah, because he did. Oh, what's it? The one with Red Hood, and he tries to kill the Joker. The Last Laugh. It might be called.
Justice League, something, maybe. Michael.
Jensen Ackles he's got a good
Yeah,
voice.
I didn't even know that, man. Michael Keaton, Adam West, George Clooney,
George Clooney just got unlucky with his films.
Val Kilmer, obviously Batman Forever. You know him.
It's overhated.
I think it's okay. I think it's good. Kevin Conroy, obviously. Keanu Reeves.
What?
Yep.
Keanu Reeves Batman.
Yep. DC Legends of something, but I can't read what the last bit is. Keanu
Oh,
Reeves.
Super Pets. Oh, what a good film.
Oh, is that it? Yeah. Yeah, there you go. It's super
Yeah.
fast. Josh Hutcherson. Obviously, most famously known for his works in Five Nights at Freddy's.
Hunger Games. Hunger Games.
No, Five Nights at Freddy's. Peter Weller,
Hunger
which I
Games.
believe is like
Hunger Games
OG.
or Bridge to Terratia.
Mate, have
It's
you
the
not seen
Bridge to
FNAF?
Terratia.
Have you not seen Five Nights at Freddy's?
I have seen FNAF, and FNAF 2 is dog wank.
All right, I'm not even
Back.
gonna. Lewis Wilson, he played like Batman in like the 50s, 1943. He played Batman.
Yeah, but then you're going back to the old Batman films where they used to hang off of ladders and kick a shark in the face.
Yeah, what man? I'm telling you, there's Jimmy Kimmel played him. Played Batman in Teen Titans Go.
Oh my god,
Ethan
what a
Hawke.
film!
Ethan Hawke. Bat Wheels.
Go back 1 second. Teen Titans Go. The film is, oh my god, it's revolutionary, and that is one of the greatest DC shows of all time, and it will always be one of the greatest DC shows of all time.
Can I? We probably need to wrap this up soon, but we need to limit ourselves next time. Can I pull you
Yeah,
back
fair.
to a animated film that might actually be really underrated, but I don't know if it is because I haven't really heard much about it, but it's an unbelievable film. And the game on the DS was amazing too.
We'll we will talk about that, and then I'll finish up on one last thing,
Yeah,
and then we can call it if you want.
yeah, okay. Animated film, 2000. Any guesses? Had a DS
Any
game.
fil- Have a DS game.
Yep.
Are we in the Pokemon region?
I'll tell you. Monsters vs Aliens.
Oh, what a
Yeah.
film.
Another deep cut from Seth Rogen, basically playing himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, playing the Blob. I think that's underrated. Maybe it's
Look,
I don't know. It's unbelievable. Yeah, go on. What was your last point?
the last point that I think we can summarize on, because it could end in a little bit of a bicker, and I think it'd be quite funny.
We can pick it up next time.
Is
Oh, God.
I'm gonna finish up on Sucker Punch, because I
Oh
was more
yeah,
than
I
happy
forgot.
to argue with Alex about it, because Alex, if for any reason
Oh,
you are listening, you're Bolden.
he gets so
Um,
annoyed about everything.
it's yeah. I mean, he's
Don't say
passionate
he's
about this film,
Bolden, bro.
but
You
I'm
can't
gonna
say
say one
you
thing.
can't say the first thing you say to him, Alex. If you're listening, you're balding. You can't be doing that. You
No,
can't be doing that.
he's he's a good guy. No, but Sucker Punch, right? I summarize it by saying it's a pervert's wet dream. Honestly,
You think?
I thought it was mind numbing and thin. It had a couple flashy visuals, and I will say when it started
Couple?
off, it's flashy, right? The action is fun.
Yeah, it's really
Well,
good.
I'll give you that. The CGI hasn't aged well.
No.
Um, but you kind of expect it
Yeah,
when
it's
you're
expected,
going
isn't it?
in, so it's fine. Oscar Isaac is decent, but he
It's
didn't
great.
really have too much to work with. And then about halfway through the film, he's I thought he was a bit more irrelevant, and then like the ending sort of concluded on his character, but I hated the ending.
You think really?
It feels like one of them films you either love or you hate, and I stand by that because
I think you
I
might be
did
right.
try to enjoy it, but it's creative, but it's a bad film.
Yeah, it might be a Marmite film. I don't agree. I don't think it's a perfect work dream either, because
You've got a woman in a schoolgirl uniform that was actually in a psych ward.
yeah, but if you think about the reason for it, if you think about the reason for it, and she thinks she's like a stripper for a bunch of weirdos, and what's the weirdest thing you can do? Put yourself in a schoolgirl outfit. Do you know what I mean?
I get it. No, I get it, but then it's like the same argument you could make with Euphoria. She's playing an OnlyFans model, right? But you don't want to see half of that on a TV show.
No.
There's almost no need for, and I'm not saying it's a bad look. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that I think that Zack Snyder does very well in under delivering and
Yeah, I think
having
you're right.
quite overly sexualized characters.
I don't know. I don't know if that's fair. What other films does he over sexualize the character?
Harley Quinn.
Uh, okay, but Harley Quinn's just sexual in
Harley
nature
Quinn.
anyway. You can't really. I don't know if you
Yeah,
can.
all right, that's fine. That's fine. Army of the Dead.
It's not his favorite. It's not his
He
best
over
film, by the way.
what Army of the Dead?
No, sorry. Zack Snyder's film. Like Zack Snyder's whole cinematography. He's got one obvious film. One obviously good
300.
film.
300.
I didn't even think about 300. To be fair,
300
but
is his
no.
best film. Or Watchmen. Then that's
Who are you over sexualizing in Army of Dead, by the way?
Army of the Dead. It was Ella Pennell.
Yeah, but was she sexualized?
Um, from what I remember, I think I might be wrong. I might
I
be wrong.
don't
Maybe
remember her
I'm thinking of
character.
Fallout. But if it's in Fallout, I'm allowing it because like
Because
Fallout's
she's
one
cool.
of my favorite TV shows of all time.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I don't know, but okay, so yeah, okay, so Army of Dead. I don't know if I'll give that to you, but carry on. Anyone else?
Uh,
So,
I'm trying to
you
think.
got to think Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn is sexualized by nature, so like he has nothing to really go by. If he fully dressed her up, it doesn't work. The Harley Quinn's meant to be this like
I agree.
weirdo, like drugged up psycho who's like kind of like the deep type of esque way, like she just trying to impress the Joker and like goes out of her way to do stuff that messes up. Like that's her whole character.
Okay, what about Silk from Watchmen? Super tight leather.
Nah, there's nothing wrong,
That
man. Watchmen was
you
amazing. That's his
watch
best film, by the way. That's his
super
best film.
slow mode sex scene, by the way, and then 300. It's not sexualizing the women, but he oils up the men instead of making it a practical set. It's a green screen set with
At, le-
ripped, minimal clothed
at
men
least
in
you're not
oil.
sexist. At least you're not sexist.
No, I would not say
No,
that.
no,
Like,
sorry,
there's
Zack
certain
Snyder.
films.
Zack Snyder. At least Zack Snyder's not sexist. I mean,
No, exactly. You know, he's not fussy. He just likes seeing it.
yeah, yeah, he just does it. No, I don't know. Maybe you might be right. I don't think he's great. I think his best film is the Snyder's cut of Justice League. But it doesn't
Mm.
really count. I think it's Watchmen. I know. I love the Snyder cut. I think it's really good. I mean, it's really, really good. And I know
What about
loads of
Rebel
people hate
Moon?
it.
Have you seen Rebel
Dog
Moon?
shit. Absolute dog
I watched
shit.
both Snyder cuts of those, and I don't think
Terrible.
I'll ever get that much time in my life back.
Terrible, man. Terrible. It's honestly
Yeah.
terrible.
I
It's
saw something online. It was like it adds steps to the character, and then when I finished the film, I scrolled a
why
little
I didn't
bit
even
further
watch
down. And said, but it's not necessary as the film is bad.
it.
And I just sat there and I was like, I've just wasted 3.5 hours on part one. So I watched part two in Snyder Cut as well. I think the second one was a little bit better, but like still awful.
Yeah, no, I don't think it got better. To be honest, I don't think it got better. I mean, it's just bad. It's just bad. But I feel like Snyder's got enough good films for under him that he has enough bad films. Like, do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I disagree. But I will say one thing that he has consistency of, and that's cinematography.
Yeah,
The camera work he uses is always dark.
yeah,
There's not many films, including something like 300, just because it's sunny outside. It's always a miserable story. He does very well at being moody. Apart from Army of the Dead. Army of the Dead was
maybe.
very comicky, and it was still shit. Um, but I enjoy it. I've rewatched it probably like 8 times. I
Army of the
enjoy
Dead.
it, but it's bad. It's still bad.
Have you seen? Is it Den of Thieves or whatever it is? With I don't
I
think
haven't
Snyder
seen
did
Den of
it,
Thieves.
but it's the
No, I
same
haven't seen
like
Den of Thieves.
universe in it.
It's
It's
a
alright.
prequel, yeah.
Yeah, with the hacker guy. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. Yeah, it's alright. I don't know. I think we can end it on this, but I think I don't know. He's not really. If you're pulling out directors, you know Zack Snyder, but like you don't really. Does he really like? You know, he's just there, and he like. I know it sounds really harsh, but I like Flash. I know you hated it. I like Snyder's cut. The Snyder cut of Justice League. I know you hated it. I like
No,
Watchmen,
it's better. It's better than the Justice League.
but it's
It's
four
way better than
hours.
the Justice League.
Is it
Yeah, but
4 hours
it's worth it.
better?
It's 4 hours better than the Justice League. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It ends better. It's. I do agree with you, but I just like I'm just attacking myself here. You know, Watchmen. I love Watchmen. I don't know. I think it's incredible. I love Night Owl. I think it's Night Owl. I love Doctor Manhattan in it. I absolutely love Rorschach in it. I think, yeah, I think it's great. I think that film's amazing. But then like everything else is kind of like, oh, meh. Do you know what I mean? I did really
Yeah.
like Psychopath
No,
though.
I agree. I just think that there's certain films that he's put out that aren't bad. They're just, like I said, they're just underwhelming. I
Yeah.
think Zack Snyder's got a name to himself, and it just doesn't always hold up. And it's a bit.
Yeah, I do think it happens. I mean, but yeah, I don't know. It's one of those where you're like, oh, like A24 for instance. We started with A24. A24. You see A24 get popped up on that. You're gonna go watch the film because it's from A24. You see Nolan come up like Odyssey. You're gonna go watch the film because it's from Nolan.
And this is what I'm saying.
Who
His
cares?
films, a film like Tenet, you go and watch because it's got Nolan's name on it. Even if you're
Yeah,
underwhelmed, it's not. I wouldn't even say Tenet's a bad film, but you
I
would
loved
say
it.
it's one
It's
of
so
his.
good.
It's one of his less films. I would argue.
I think it's my third. I love that film. I love
What
that film.
Tenet?
Well, yeah, it's like, but it's not. It's my probably like fourth or fifth. But like we did the list earlier, like top three. Um, but yeah, no, I don't know. We'll talk about this next time. But what I would probably say is that this is what we're gonna be talking about. Maybe next time we do a video, we cut ourselves at a specific time because we are at now 2 hours 10 minutes.
I will
Uh,
agree, and I'll also prep for next time. If you want,
okay,
we'll do.
we'll talk about
I
something.
prep one episode, you prep the next, or we'll try and figure out something.
Okay, yeah, we'll do. So before we end this, I'll basically do this little segment. We'll both do it together with stuff you want to do. So we'll do a little segment. I won't cut it from the main video, but we'll just have this as a separate segment of what we're gonna have in the future. Unless you want me to make a separate video with a camera, it's up to you. But we'll do it here. We'll just so let the audience know. So, also known as our 14 loyal fans plus my 11 alt accounts. So, I've got a load of stuff I want to do on here. Just talk about this is the perfect thing for me. I like just sitting here. I don't know about you, Joe, but sitting here and talking about films and just talking about random shit. Random shit. I love it. And if we can get a third person in every so often, it might be quite fun. I don't know. I don't know if you don't know how you feel about that, but I think it might be quite fun.
I'd agree. I actually think that if there is someone out there besides you and I that can listen to my voice for the amount of time that we talk, even if they have to spread it over a week, if they get to the end and hear us say goodbye or until next time,
Yeah,
right? That's a dream. Even if I
exactly.
don't get paid for it, if I can enjoy waffling about what I love,
Yeah.
what a dream.
But we'll limit to an hour and a half maximum, I reckon.
Yeah, I think that's fair. No, I think 90 minutes is perfect.
Yeah, I think 90 minutes is perfect. But I've got a couple of
60 to 90 is like a good region.
Yeah. I've got a couple of things that I want to throw at you and the audience at the same time. Oh, that was a voice crack. At the same time, agree or disagree. So we read a statement that people have commented, or we just bring our own statements and we basically say if we agree or disagree, and we discuss why we agree or disagree.
I agree.
Yeah, I'll hold up the agree card.
I'm gonna just say one thing.
Yeah.
Something like the Escape podcast. You know, I'm not saying that we have to copy.
No, I'm taking a lot, mate. They are so good. They're so funny.
How they structure their podcast is phenomenal. You've got the most recent, you've got the future, and then you've got fan inquiries, and you've got men's mental health, you've got tier lists, you've got different episodes. Obviously, they've done it for years now, and they've probably popped off the last two and a half.
Yeah.
So it takes time.
Mate,
but if you build a structure, it works.
Like you was just saying, if one person listens to us and enjoys it and feels like they want to jump into a call, basically be there listening to us two talk for an hour and a half a week, then I'm happy with that, man. Because I'm getting positive out of it, because I'm just spilling my load, basically talking about stuff. And if anyone else enjoys it, other than us two, I'm actually happy.
Spill your load with us.
Yeah, lads, everyone, get ready and spill your load in 3, 2. Okay. Anyway, I want to do a top 10 of like certain like movies, genres, directors, kind of how we was doing like top 10. So like rank top 10 Pixar movies or horror movies, or and this goes on to like blind ranking as well. We could do like a little fun mini game where we like blind rank these 10 films, and it would just be 10 random films that we decide to pit against each other. And if the list looks bad, it looks bad. And if you want to do me dirty and force me to put Prisoners at number 10, even though it's a number 1, I will.
I actually did prep one that we didn't do, because I thought, let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
For next time, it's every DreamWorks villain tier list.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down to that. That sounds amazing. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's amazing. Yeah, like also like comic book movies, like that type of thing. We've been talking a lot about comic books today, but like comic book movies, that would be quite good. I like the idea of like bringing in a like potential like read messages from viewers, or like call-in show. So we would have like voice note of somebody saying something, even like friends and family to start with, and then it moves on to like viewers and stuff potentially. So for instance, somebody would call in technically, but they're not. It's just a voice note of somebody saying, "Oh, I think that this film's really overrated," and we go, "Yeah, you're stupid," or "You're 100% right." You know. I mean, that'd be quite fun.
We could do a drunk bingo episode. That'd be fun.
Amazing. And we'll do that in real life, and we'll film it as well.
That's what I'm saying.
That would be sick.
That'd be good.
We can we can watch do watch longs where we're not actually obviously showing the thing on screen, but we can like watch a film together and then cut out the best bits and then do a review after while drunk. That would be great. For instance, with the viewers' hot takes, it will be like viewer hot takes. So like somebody would send a voice note in saying The World's End is the best in the Cornetto trilogy, and we'll both go 3, 2, 1. You're an idiot.
Disagree.
Yeah. I've actually got a really, really good point with that one that my friend brought up the other day, which I'll tease it now, but we should talk about it next time. He said that the Cornetto trilogy, the third film, should be replaced. World's End should be replaced with Paul.
No.
No?
No.
I think it's very interesting. I don't think so, but I think it's a very interesting take.
It's a good take. But no.
Seth Rogen being Seth Rogen again, by the way. Just another time him being himself. But yeah, I just think that would be quite a cool thing to do. Also, yeah, just get some guests on. Let's just get some people on. If you've got a friend or something that we can bring on, it'll be quite fun.
I'll nominate Sonny, the one that always looks tired. You can do it.
get him in. I think that'll be quite cool if we can.
You'd have to get him a mic where you can wipe the spit off of, though.
Oh, God. I can't wait to meet this fella. I can't wait. But yeah, no, that type of thing. So it's like obviously there's a lot we can do with it, and there's also a lot we can't do with it, depending on, you know, who watches, how many people we get to watch, or to be honest, what we kind of want to do. You know, it might be nice to kind of do maybe even just externally from the podcast, just on our YouTube channel, just do like a day out vlog. I know it sounds stupid, but like we go to a cinema, we go watch a film and review it out and about. It might be quite fun. I don't know. We'll see.
I agree.
Well, it's like we could. I also obviously we need to structure it a bit more because it would be quite fun to be like, okay, we need to talk about obsession today. Like we'd have a little bit, but I don't think we spoke about it enough because that would be great to just to talk about for 15, 20 minutes. Because like I said, I've spoke about my little theory and not my theory, it's my idea, like my concept, and I like that a lot, and I feel like people should hear that. But anyway, this is episode 1. I'm probably just gonna upload this raw, Joe. What do you think?
It might take a week to upload.
It's a 2 hour 17 minutes, and next episode will be an hour and 30 max.
Yeah.
Okay, are we ready to end this? I'm gonna upload this raw, man. Spotify, YouTube, everything.
I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, why not?
So good things are coming, and we will talk about more shit. If you made it this far in the video, comment roasted marshmallows. Roasted marshmallows.
Yeah, marshmallows if you made it to the last point where it was going to end.
Yeah.
Roasted marshmallows if you
Well,
know.
I
your
wasn't
ears
gonna
are
say
still burning.
the original one because I feel like a lot of people might just skip to the end.
Oh,
However, you've already said it now, so it's fine. Just everyone forget about that. We could do that as well. That'd be quite fun. Anyway, that's about it. And I've cut you out again because I've opened my legs again. So you'll be back promptly. You are now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's really fun. We'll cut down next time, and there's a lot of exciting things to happen. I told you about Soph potentially drawing us as well as little characters. That'd be quite fun.
that'd be wicked.
Yeah, so send me a picture of yourself after this as well, please. Not the one of you on your shitter. I think you might have already sent me pictures, actually. Okay, anyway, see you later, guys. Thank you very much, and goodbye?
Goodbye. Toodaloo.